Was it peanut butter? Peanut butter chips.
Well, all right, everyone. Sorry about that. We should be back. Some technical difficulties. That's what happens when you unplug things.
We were struck by lightning.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we survived.
We did it.
So Baron is just sleeping.
Baron is sleeping, laying down next to Badi on the side of this hill.
So, Zephahim, you saw that ghost thing that comes out of Baron now, right?
I don't know what is happening to Ben.
Do you think that it protects him while he sleeps?
He touched the face of Gusa.
I'm sorry, he did what now?
Ben touched the faces of Gusa
When did he do this?
at the house.
I know we
The
can
faces
maybe
of
put other
the
people
faces of
on
Gusa were in the
Snake
house.
whisper.
Yes, they were. Ben touched them, even though I told him expressly not to. Of course, he defied me.
Is that why he looks like that now?
I don't know if that's what it is, but this is what he chose to do. He's a fool, as I have said many, many times.
Yeah, but now he's a dangerous fool.
This is correct. What do we do now? Do we kick him some more?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if it works, but
Makes you feel better.
yes, it does feel good.
Okay, I'm not going to kick him
All right, fine.
because,
He's an asshole.
well, maybe who knows? Maybe Gusa's gonna come out and spank whoever has been kicking his.
Gusa is not to be trifled with, as you know.
Yes, exactly. If Baron has become allied with Gusa,
We need to kill him.
we might have to.
I don't like this. I don't want to kill Ben.
Insight check.
Are we
Insight check.
hearing
I
this?
think you're all right there. I think they're still standing next to Baron,
Wait,
contemplating whether or not to kick him from standing over.
I want to insight check you, saying you don't want to kill him.
I'm
Sure.
going to use ear for deceit to do an inside check as well. I'm allowed to.
Sure.
I would like to mess with Baron some more.
What do you want to do to mess with Baron?
I'm casting
25.
prestidigitation
Not
for
bad.
a harmless sensory effect and keep making his nose feel like it's tickling. Like the sun tickling his nose.
25.
I also got a 25.
Nailed it.
So you hit the DC,
So
right?
hit the DC, yeah. Do you want to kill Baron?
If I feel as though Gusa is somehow controlling him or something, then yes. But what I said that I didn't want to kill him was true.
I would prefer not to kill him, but I just might have to kill him.
Right.
How would we do it?
You people are so quick to want to kill things, and you don't even know what is going on.
This is not.
I don't
what
want to
Sure.
kill him, but in
Sure.
the case of needing to,
Well,
I understand how you.
I just suggest that we not plan any action until we actually need to.
I understand how you would think that this is savage or something to do, but Gusa is not a good thing
No,
at all.
very bad.
Ben may be afflicted now with something.
Well, he definitely looks unnatural to me.
Yeah, he wasn't this color when we first met.
Turok.
He wasn't this color when I first met him either.
But what is even almost worse is that I tell him, do not touch it. And the first thing he does is touch the Gusa's face.
Well, it sounds like your friend is suffering from a case of stupidity. That's no reason to kill him.
But that
Turok.
is
Hang on.
that is very
His
dangerous.
stupidity
As
endangers
in this
us.
is. Yeah.
Let me ask you something. As someone of nature, if a creature in nature, say an animal, was to become afflicted with some horrifying disease that caused itself and everything around it to become afflicted in pain and cause pain to everything around it, would you allow it to continue to live? Or would
Of course
you...
I would put it down. Out of its own misery, but until you find out what is actually wrong, I would not be harsh or rash in these decisions.
Well, I don't intend on killing him in his sleep right now. I would never do
What
such
you're
a thing.
talking about, I've read about it. Back home. This crazy guy. He wrote these books about birds. I forget his name. It began with a D, but I can't remember. But it was about how that happens.
I don't know about these books.
Dar something. I don't know.
D'Artagnan?
Maybe.
I think that was it.
Yes.
Must have been it.
Can I roll a hit dice yet?
41 more minutes. Let's keep going.
Are we taking a short
I
rest?
assume you
Yeah,
guys are
that's going
taking
on.
a short rest.
Rest
If
of
you
the
would
week.
roll hit die, if you would like
my
to.
Song of Rest.
Oh, my
What do you
hit
say?
dice, yeah.
I am curious, Buddy, as to what you feel about what Baron did.
What I do? Okay.
Sometimes when you guys talk, you start killing each other. Not when you roll hit dice.
About.
He touched the same thing that his mother touched, and she was acting crazy.
I pick up a rock.
And now he looks odd, and these things are happening to him. Are you
Yes.
not concerned about this?
I'm gonna just kind of
I am concerned.
at Baron, like at him.
You
I
should
want
be up
to.
by
I
now.
want
It's
to.
6 seconds.
I want to see if his ghost like comes down and tries to protect him while he's
Roll
asleep.
a ranged attack.
Probably not. That's only a 7.
Yes.
So
I'll try again. I'll pick up another one and just.
What
You
is
can't
it?
just
No.
keep trying.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'll give disadvantage if I try and just block it.
That's a 19.
well,
Yeah,
disadvantage because Tanaki's like, stop it.
That's a 19.
Does 19 hit?
Sure.
You're gonna deflect missiles.
Yep.
While you're asleep, you
I-
can't deflect missiles.
If
from
he
your
lets
sleep.
me.
I mean, I want to see. I want to see
You gotta
if.
use
I
the
mean,
points.
If
if
you're
you activate it
demon
with
If they
your
come up-
ghost things, like I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I think you throw a rock at him, take 1 point of damage.
Alright.
One
Well,
point
no,
of
it'd be
rock
full. Bludgeoning.
How much is rock damage?
What
though?
is your
Yes,
modifier?
Strength.
for strength? Minus.
No,
For
no,
short
no,
resting,
dex,
you can
'cause you're
use
throwing.
hit dice anyway.
Plus 2.
Plus 2. So it would be 3. It'd be the 1 damage for the rock.
Alright,
Plus
then
the
I'll
2.
use the hit dice to get it back.
Alright.
Alright, call it back.
What?
You gonna roll?
Why would
He
you
has
do
grown
that?
more powerful since he did this.
No arm. He wakes up, but no arm.
This is true, but
Huh.
where is the power coming from? That is the question.
Good question.
If
Well,
this
that-
power comes from Gusa, then something needs to be done.
Well, how do you determine where someone's power comes? I know where my power comes from.
Ben must.
Does he?
But that's what
I
I'm
do.
saying.
Has anyone
Ben,
asked?
Ben must know.
Huh.
Wake him up and ask him.
I'm awake.
Yes, Inda threw a rock at you, and I kicked you, and you
Why?
you snore.
Oh, how much damage are you taking? Get kicked.
So Baron, there seems
I
to
did
be
not
some
kick to
confusion
injure.
from your party mates as to your new abilities
Oh,
and where
That's
they
a
have
Sharpie.
come from.
There's multiple Sharpies on the table.
That's a good question.
You do not know.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I really
yeah,
don't.
the actual Sharpies.
Don't
The red
use
one's
these.
fine.
Wait,
Red
what?
one's fine.
Don't use Sharpies.
Oh shit. Thank you, Tim.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, I was just about to use it. No, I mean, certainly not.
It was just an accident that one day you wake up and you can summon phantom baby.
No,
You
I
should do that.
think
His
I.
eyes are bright red.
Or is it odd that after you touch the faces of Gusa,
Ouch.
you have this power?
I was just gonna say that.
He was turning before.
He was turning.
He was already turning.
This is true. This is
It's
You
true.
could have seen
finally
him
like
with his mom.
finished it.
But that could be it too, which is the same thing.
It's possible that it came from touching that thing. I
This
don't.
is
Could be.
why you shouldn't touch things that you're told not to.
I'll
Why
do,
you
I
should
would do it
listen to
again.
us.
Feel
Does
great.
Baron's arms look like the arm from the thing we saw come out of the floor?
Make a perception check.
Can I help?
Does he have frog arms?
Oh wait,
Is that
which
what
one?
you're asking?
Are you talking about my
The
astral arms?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The Goro arms.
Goro
Yeah.
arms.
7. I mean, you look at him and
They're
you
not
kind of
Goro.
inspect him for a sec. No.
I can't look at his arm. I can't look at his spectral arms right now.
No, that's spectral arms. But you kind of remember what they look like.
Yeah.
His arms, besides the coloration of them, don't seem to have changed.
Oh, I was asking if
They're
his spectral arms look like the arms of the demon that came out of the floor.
Oh no.
Okay.
I think someone had asked that back when you did fight that demon that came out of the symbol of Gusa. No, they do not.
Okay.
Yeah. Only because I honestly think I answered that.
Okay.
Then.
It is clear to me that your dragon did not give you this power.
Oh no, absolutely not.
So who did? You just decide I'm going to start doing this.
No, I touched the.
Is there a way? Would there be a
But
way?
it's simple.
Buddy says this, and it is true that you were turning before.
Turning.
You were getting pale.
You are a holy man,
Changing.
correct? You are a chosen of Sazish.
As you could tell by the things I do, yes.
Can you fix him?
Fix
No.
me. I'm fine.
I don't know what to fix him. I could try.
Why would you fix me? What is there to fix?
You're broken.
Your eye
Can
color,
I-
your skin color, there's nothing
They're wrong.
natural
Can I, at
about
this
your
point,
appearance.
try
Well, that's very
to
racist.
use my
Hold on.
use my powers
He's
of
so
observation and
Dance.
To see if what?
Guys,
intellect
hold on.
to see if Baron has anything that I could maybe help with.
Okay, so what are you trying to...
I'm
Do
essentially
you have a specific spell you want to try?
no, I'm
Do you
essentially
have-
trying to
Show the
inspect
check,
him
so we got
close
open
up.
in peace.
Medicine check, something like that.
You can do a medicine check, or you could do a religion check.
Okay.
And the answer might be different depending on which one of those you want to try.
I would do a medicine check
'Kay.
because I would think that this is maybe more of something that happened to him before. Now that I think
Yeah.
about how he was turning pale and stuff.
Okay.
Could be like a disease or a poison.
Sure, you can roll a religion.
So I
what'd
got
you get for medicine?
16.
You inspect Baron, and you kind of like go over and like you listen to him, and he seems to be quite healthy, hearty, hale. He's a strong, even for a dwarf. You know what I mean? Like he has been working and training his body for years, and he looks better than he ever has.
7.
Niall's going.
You look like a boulder.
I feel great.
I suppose this is
Is
good.
it his eyes are red?
Yeah, like all the pigment.
Is there something about me
like a
that
dead
makes me
thumb.
think that he might be like an albino? Like I might have seen animals in nature that are
Yeah, so
without pigment with also this red
So he
eye.
definitely has the signs of albinism,
Okay.
but he didn't used to,
Right, I met
which is
him
a weird
before
thing.
that happened.
But yeah, so whatever happened, but I mean that's what he, like red eyes, super pale skin, definitely that goes along with what it is. But you've never known any creature to go from having pigment
I
to
don't.
entirely losing it by touching something on the floor and having it pulled from them.
I don't get the impression that this is a disease or a poison then because of how healthy he looks.
Like Kevin Bunderboot, it might be vitiligo.
Wonderful.
Nothing.
I got something.
If it is, it's a weird thing that you don't know, and this is the only discernible symptom.
I got something. Let me try something, Zephyr. Bear, come here.
No.
Fine, I'll come there. Bear. Bear. Will you trust me? Will you trust me to let me into your mind?
You have done this before. I
Sure.
don't know if it works.
Go ahead.
I want
We
to.
need to build a raft.
I'm gonna grab the sides of his head.
Or you can just keep talking.
Buddy is resting. She's got 39 and a half more minutes to go. We're doing this by rounds.
It's been 30 minutes, so you guys don't have that much
Alright.
longer for even for a short rest.
I grab my side of the head and I cast Detect Thoughts. I want to see if there's more in there than just Baron.
Nope.
It's like the mirror from Star Wars.
Shake him like a
It's
magic
like
8 ball. Baron's there. He's probably thinking things like, I feel great, and stop shaking my head. As surface thoughts, I would imagine.
Actually, I'm thinking about fighting
Mm.
and how it makes me feel good,
Alright.
and
And
how
I'm
not fighting makes me upset.
alright. I'm about to let go and I just go, have you ever thought lewdly about Buddy?
No.
You guys know how the spell works.
No.
No. Good.
I said that to I said
Magic 8 ball. It is decidedly so.
say that out loud to his face.
Signs point to no.
Check back later.
Well, I'll get up since our short rest is over, I assume,
fight some trees.
Sure.
and we'll go start trying to make this raft.
Okay. Are you heading directly northward? Are you heading like north and east to still get up, but also closer to the river?
Yeah, wherever we
Can we see any trees from this point?
Yeah. It's not super far up. You can just kind of see. You have to get over a couple hills. You start getting to it, getting to like where there are a decent amount of trees, and then if you go a little further, there's plenty of lumber around.
Yeah.
Are we just
Yeah.
supposed to take the dead ones?
It's
What are
not.
the rules with this?
If there are natural trees that have fallen, that are large enough, if there are trees that are sick or weak that we could cull to make room for the better ones, I would prefer we do that. If we must chop down live trees, I would, use them sparingly.
Okay.
Do what we can.
Does anybody have anything to cut them down with?
I don't know who has a giant plus one
Buddy
axe.
could do
You
that.
mean
that mean?
these 2 axes?
Oh yes.
I mean, she's got plus 1 axe.
I
in
take
her
out
hand.
my hand
Has
axe.
one
too.
X.
I have plus 0 axe. She has plus 1 axe.
Can I borrow an axe?
No, you cannot borrow mine. Last time you took
This
it,
isn't
you had it
rocket
for
science,
fuck.
whatever that means.
But that's such a weird way to talk. She has an axe.
Yeah, she has plus 1 axe. I have plus 0 axe.
She just has an
He has-
axe.
Yes.
You just being an axe.
Being an axe.
Shit.
Being an axe, yeah. Well,
He
I'll
has
just
plus-
sit down
he has
and wait
plus
for
one
him to
axe
cut
too.
down stuff
All right,
because I can't
Deadpool.
do
Go,
it.
go,
All right.
go cut
You
down
can
the tree
punch
too.
it.
So you guys walk for a while. You probably walk for an hour or so to get up into the hills and past the tree line and into where, instead of the outskirts where there's like smaller, skinnier trees where you can go upward and north. But you didn't answer me. You're going directly north.
Wait.
Yeah.
Going. I'm not trying to build a raft and then drag.
That's why I was saying. So I'm
I'm
assuming
going
you're
near the
closest
water.
tree.
yeah, you're going
Yeah.
north but east. That's what I assumed.
Yeah.
I didn't want to
Yeah.
put words in your
I'm
mouth.
not dragging
Okay.
hundreds of
Yeah,
pounds
so-
of
So just wait an hour until we're halfway
Yeah.
across the fucking land, and then make us drag the raft.
Yeah. So
We're following the estuary to the closest trees.
yes. In that case, I would say it probably takes a
passion
little
on the body,
longer.
walking
than-
all the way back.
So you might actually, because you're about a day's travel to the river, so you might actually want to travel you know what I mean, like travel the rest of the day, so you don't have to drag the lumber all the way.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah,
We're not doing that
So you
at
guys
all.
are over there. Okay.
I'm too small to help.
Ooh,
so-
maybe we'll find more demons.
Okay. Marching order.
I think Bree should be first playing her flute.
I think that's a really bad idea.
I
I will go first. Probably have the best.
I'm
Okay.
one of the
Eyes,
slowest,
so
so I should also probably go up front.
There-
Towards the front.
we've discussed
Turok,
this before about how I
15.
can't sneak because it would make me go too slow.
Yeah, you can't be off to the side sneaking while they're all doing like a forced march because you would be.
Sneaking is really slow.
If
You're
you're
actually
actually
Sneaking is like half
faster
speed.
than
I'm
us,
naturally slower
Yeah,
too.
So you
so.
have to slow down to your count.
She can get on. It's fine.
This is weird.
I'll be in the back.
It's funny.
I'll reach
Okay,
an arm
Baron's-
down and I'll pick Rhea up and I'll put her on my shoulder.
Ooh, you have a good vantage point from there. If you see any demons coming, let us know.
Definitely gonna have a arrow like ready to go. I'm gonna be like knocked and like ready. Taking
So
care of my peeps.
Bairn is in the back.
Yep.
Bree is on Badi, but Badi, Tanaki, and in that order. I mean,
Sure.
Yeah.
With Bree on top of Badi's shoulder. Lovely. Okay. So Turok, you're in the front. Why don't you give me a perception check as you guys are walking along?
Perception check of 13, but passive is 16.
Okay. Sure. So as you guys are walking, so you walk for several hours until the sun actually begins to set. And it starts to get a little bit chillier, even though the clouds have kind of cleared up from the day earlier. It's a little bit slippery going, so you have to watch it from the rain earlier. So you kind of watch your way, but you're still able to make a pretty decent pace throughout the day. Until, wow, okay, it's a weird time to roll a natural one.
You use a tower, that's why.
That's exactly
You
why.
need the tower.
That's what it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
You should.
Everybody.
Do it again, you son of a bitch.
No, it's not gonna happen. It was a natural one. So
You suck.
someone tries to throw a rock at you. I don't know what that means.
Hits off a tree, hits another tree, hits the guy who threw it.
Yeah,
It means I know exactly where the guy is who threw it.
definitely. So I think
Because he probably did it like, ha! And then
So I think someone tries to throw a rock, and then you hear wow as he trips over a tree root and just kind of stumbles, and like catches himself after falling through some leaves and like sliding down a hill that he was on a little bit. And you see there as this rock like hits and tumbles towards your feet, a goblin.
I draw my bow.
Whole person.
Already drawn.
I'm walking towards him slowly.
Yeah! he starts to scramble
no
back
weapons-
very quickly.
No
I
weapons
fire.
drawn.
Okay, roll to attack.
No, I did.
Damn it.
18.
He'll hit. Roll for damage.
I mean, that's what she would do, so.
5.
Does not quite do it, but you hit it in the side as it like scrambled up and pulled himself behind a tree, and it's kind of like now obscured from you.
Kill it.
Why are we?
It is a goblin. Why?
Asking questions.
Still alive. You can still ask me questions.
Can I dash to him?
There will be more of them. Prepare
Yeah.
yourselves.
So Baron just runs up and dashes right around him, and as you do, you see a little goblin with a just club by his side, as he's like nursing an arrow that is sticking through his side. He's
I'll sit down right in front of him, and I'll look at the wound, see if I can help him.
yeah, roll a medicine check.
It's a 1.
16.
So at first he doesn't want it. He's like, but he's kind of too scared now, as I think other people he hears approaching. He knows he's kind of surrounded. You're right in his face. He's almost dead. As a 7 hit point goblin that took 5 damage. And you kind of and you're able to get it out. The arrow was kind of a bit through over here, so you actually poke it through and continue it along after breaking it off.
And I'll hold his mouth so that he doesn't scream.
Yeah, and you bandage it up
Yep.
a bit, and it's now looking okay. As the rest of you come around this tree, as Baron
again.
finishes bandaging this goblin.
I'll take my hand off his mouth.
Why did you throw that rock at us?
That's gonna get infected.
That was very foolish
I
of you.
cleaned it.
That's gonna get infected.
I'll take the arrow and give it back to
I think it's
Buddy.
broken. Yeah, I think it's broken. Right.
Well, no. I
Every
went it
time I
out.
fire an arrow.
Well, you can't. If he, I said he pulled it. You can't pull it through with the feathers and stuff. You have to break it off. To
Fine.
Get, to get it
I'll give
out.
him half
That
of
one
it
one
back.
arrow. I got.
No,
I'll give
I
him half
want
of it
half.
back.
I will cast mending on the arrow and fix them.
Oh, well, perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, you have both pieces, so that's there you go.
Was that
Leave.
Leave? Where? What?
What do you mean leave?
Why are you here?
Where are the
We
other
are trying to
goblins?
leave, but we have.
Thousands of them.
Yes.
Oh, surrounding you.
I'm laughing at him because I don't believe him.
I want to walk up and say, now, my friend here, I don't know how long I can control her. Please tell us where the other goblins are.
This one?
Yes.
She's ugly.
She eats goblins.
He's looking at Zephyr.
Yeah.
I want to insight check him
About what?
about whether he's being truthful about there being other goblins.
Ever gonna go?
Yeah, sure.
Thousands of goblins.
Oh, anything under a 7
Well, it's a 3.
is considered an 8.
It's 4 minus 1. Yeah, so there's not thousands of goblins. There are.
Okay. I figured not, but just in case.
Oh, thousands of goblins. I suppose you should dispatch you quickly then. I'd like to attempt to intimidate him into
Yeah, well,
spilling.
intimidation.
I gave you pocket bacon.
You did.
Would
That's
I be
right.
able to do instead advantage if Buddy is helping me as for intimidation? If she has intimidation, I don't know if she does or not.
Sure, you can roll at advantage. I rolled another 4 minus 3. Thank you, Dice Tower.
Thank you.
I mean,
To
4
be
minus
intimidating,
1.
I didn't do anything. I just stand there.
Intimidate. 26.
You should not be here.
Why?
Why not?
Because you don't belong here? This is where we live?
We
I'm
were
gonna take
passing by. Why we weren't planning on staying?
We thought we were gonna go into his camp.
Did it?
What?
We're not. I'm saying we thought we were, right?
Even if you.
It was foolish to throw a rock at a group such as ours.
I did not throw a rock at a group. I threw a rock at him. An orc. I missed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Zephahim, this is personal. We should leave it be. Here, please.
I missed.
I'm gonna
Can't
take
be
out.
mad if I missed.
I'm gonna take out one of my pocket bacons
Baron,
It is.
Bear.
give it to him.
Baron, this is a personal matter between him
Oh, I was.
and
Why do you
him.
always have dried meat in your pocket?
He gave it to me.
I took a bunch of bacon.
I just have.
He will definitely take it, and
It's
if
wet.
he doesn't want to, and he can't stop himself.
It's wet because I fell in the river.
Yeah. Yes. He is. He is into the soggy bacon.
You are lucky you are alive, Goblin. You're lucky you missed, for if you hit me, you would not be breathing.
Well, if I hit you, I would have run away.
You are not as smart as you are trying to see.
Goblin's evil.
I fucking
They're
love it.
chaos
Naki, as
control.
you could tell,
Evil?
everything you think
I'm
is
not
evil,
evil.
is not, and everything that you don't is.
He wants him to stay away. That's not evil.
No.
Mick, the chaos control.
What are you doing so far out here away from your tribe?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Away? I'm not away.
I'm sorry.
Wait.
We already know the rest of your tribe is not here.
I'm not away. This is where we live.
What is your name?
Who are we?
I'm not scared of you.
Unnamed goblin.
My name is One.
My name is Bill.
Bill?
Bill!
Let's spend this.
Is that short for William?
It's short enough!
Oh, this is true.
Bill,
We are not here to encroach upon your land or encroach upon your camp or even to kill you.
Maybe they have a raft. We can take theirs.
not take it.
That would
Borrow.
be evil.
Do you?
No.
Do you have?
Borrow. We intend to give it
You
back.
cannot take one of our war rafts.
Where they have them?
Oh, look. You have a war raft. Yes.
We could pay for it.
Do you have?
Hey,
Money.
More pocket bacon.
Oh, look at that. That's so
That's
much.
what pocket bacon
Listen.
can eat.
This is the
Tanaki, I don't think he could possibly eat that much. I don't think you
roll
can
a persuasion. Pocket. At advantage because of pocket bacon, which
Yes.
you've already enticed him with.
There's no way to possibly eat that
Well,
much.
he knows the taste of it and how good it is.
He does. The saltiness.
17.
Aye. The last of the war rafts were taken across.
War rafts.
Yes!
War with who?
With those across the river. The stocky ones with the hair.
Like her?
No.
No.
Like him.
Like him, but with hair.
Like him, and then I'd use minor.
Oh.
Then I use minor illusion to give him a beard and hair.
Oh, yes! Yes.
War with the dwarves?
Yes, we will
That's-
take their land back. They stole it from us. Yes. We sent a scouting party out. Some of our best warriors. They will have taken the dwarven home by now.
Wait. There are dwarves across the
We don't
river.
like dwarves, so let's
Wait.
go help them.
That's
Yeah.
a good thing.
The ones that you
Not
guys,
anymore.
the ones that you guys found before you got to the village that you told me about.
What?
Ooh.
The
You,
really
you
good
may have
ones?
stopped a war.
How did you know? Those are our best warriors. They should have been able to wipe out all of the dwarves.
Oh shit. Wait, maybe we can go find the rafts.
Does one look like this? And I use minor illusion to make one of the goblins. If they had any war clothes or anything on that, I would have.
Oh, not particular.
The one look like this.
I can't tell.
The one look like this.
Maybe.
This.
I don't know.
Can you take us back to your people?
I think they're dead.
Oh.
I'll
That
take.
happened
I'll
last
carry
time.
you. I'll carry you.
We'll make this simple. We're gonna make this real simple. Real simple. We get a war raft. You
There's
live.
free
Take you
rafts
back?
From
Take you back. Yes.
I mean, we'd have to carry them.
I will take you back to your people.
Yes.
better than making
Yes,
one
I will
for a
take
raft.
you back to my people.
And we can have a raft.
They're not my laughs. I don't know.
Raft.
The raft.
Wow. I'm gonna.
I don't have a raft.
Your people do.
Yes?
Maybe have one.
I don't know.
Can you
How
take
many
us back
can
and we'll try?
How many people can this raft fit?
the bacon.
They fit 10 of the most fearsome goblins.
So like 3 of us.
But some of them have to
One.
swim next to it.
Maybe 2.
I mean, maybe 2 goblins.
Ooh.
Yeah, the rest have to swim and hold on. Sometimes.
We're gonna
have to tie 100 of them together.
Would I recognize this goblin as being in the same tribe as the one that I was being paid for to hunt?
Roll a history check. Give me a history check. Yeah, because you've been in this area, you've been hunting, you might know some things.
16.
There seems to be actually one main tribe of goblins with some like powerful leader that's kind of been consolidating power across the river, like where you are now. So likely most goblins, if they're in this area, probably fall under that leader.
Okay. This filth here was with the ones who attacked all of you when I found you. I'd say kill him now and get it over with.
Don't listen to him.
I'm gonna
If you don't,
Doesn't even know how to get hit by a rock.
I'm gonna tap his face and I'll look back at Turok. He doesn't seem as
not
powerful.
Not very threatening.
He's not as powerful.
This is true.
One goblin is never threatening.
This is a funny goblin. He is not
I
scary.
think
His name is Bill.
you
This
leave
is
Bill
true.
alone. Bill and I are
That is
friends.
my name.
Bill and I are friends.
I'm not friends with Bill.
Do you have anything of use to us? Otherwise, we will just let you go.
So here's what we're gonna.
I will take you back to my people.
We're not letting him go.
So here's what we're
We
gonna.
are also not going back
Here's
to
what we're
his
gonna do.
entire village.
Here's what we're gonna do.
That's what you said. I will take you back.
Because we tried to kill his warriors not a day ago.
I don't think you tried. I think you did.
Some of them escaped.
Yes.
Oh.
Many of them escaped.
You didn't tell me that.
You were there.
No, I wasn't.
He wasn't.
You were there.
No, I wasn't.
You should go back and beg for your lives if you killed our warriors. They will send more for you. You should
This
go.
is why we should go.
And-
This is why we should kill him now so he doesn't go back to his
Don't
village
kill
and
him.
tell everyone else where we are at. Either you do it or I will.
No one is going to kill you.
I'm
You're
going
fine.
to turn bear claws and swipe and kill the thing.
I'll try and
right in
block
front
him.
of me.
I'll try and block it.
Jesus Christ, Baron.
Initiative, both of you guys.
A natural 20.
Oh, get wrecked.
A natural 16.
Roll to attack.
Plus what? Don't you have pluses to your initiative?
Yeah, but
You
it's
can
not
have
going to be
that.
the natural 20.
23.
That'll hit.
He can
You have no
Are you
dex.
gonna do
have
at
the
least
same initiative.
2 damage.
2
You have the
damage.
same
It's
initiative.
2d10 plus 2. Yeah,
that is fine.
13.
They wrote his name down and everything, guys.
That's why he's
That's
dead.
why, yeah, that's definitely why he's dead.
Bill has died.
That is the typical like, rip the NPC sheet up. That
Yeah.
Oops. Wait, that happened last campaign.
Oh, not again.
It's something we.
As that happens,
Oh.
they're all bad rolls. Me tonight. 3 more rocks from up higher along this hill get thrown down to you, all like hitting the tree that they're against. One of them actually hits Bill in the head, whose head was lopsided this way, and is now lopsided this way. And you see a few other goblins like as they turn and start running up the hill.
Can't we just keep walking?
Yes.
We can
Let's
ignore
go.
them. Let's keep
Thank
going.
you.
We don't. I'm not trying to do all this. Let's leave.
I'm gonna walk. As I'm walking, I'll punch Turok in the arm,
How far away? Are they?
and you shouldn't have killed him. He was weak.
Your
Not super
father
far.
and your mother and your tribe
50, 60
paid me
feet,
to
yeah.
kill his brethren. Why would I
Fire.
not
They
kill him?
didn't. They shouldn't have.
On one of them. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Try not to talk.
11.
That does not hit. Yeah, so one of them and like explodes this little bout of fire as they scatter and hide behind trees and behind rocks.
They're scattered. Let's go.
Can I see any well enough to try and like hit one?
No, I think after like you get the one attack of them, they kind of hid.
Okay.
They were ready to
All right,
do
let's
that.
So, all right, we have options now. We can either go build a raft, or we can go back and try to find the one. No, that's kind of small. Never mind. I take it all back. Let's go build a raft.
I agree.
There's still goblins around.
They're goblins.
That
They
wasn't.
may have lumber that we could.
was a log.
Yeah, I figured. That's what I figured.
Well, I didn't mean because of that. I meant because they might try to kill us. But
Think of what it would take for 2 goblins to fit
Nick,
that.
They-
I would
they
want
may
so
have-
pissed.
Bundle of sticks.
They may have.
There's no laughs.
Well, I would
Just
love
follow
for you
logs
guys to
along
do
the
that.
river.
Let's yeah.
They may have lumber that we could steal.
Leave them alone. They're so weak.
It is kind of just
It'll be
mean.
easy
There's
to
no
take
need
it.
to fight them.
We don't need to fight them.
We
Kill
should-
them.
we're not-
steal them.
We're not gonna fight them. We're gonna kill them.
Yeah, but we're not mean.
Do you need to
Like,
kill
we're defending
things that
ourselves
are
when they throw things at us,
defenseless?
They're not exactly defenseless.
They di- He
When-
killed him in one swipe.
Baron, name the
Yeah,
name.
but he threw a rock first.
Baron, what was the last
He
thing I
who
killed?
cast the
Go
first
ahead.
stone.
Tell me.
Grandpa always said.
I'm just saying.
What was the last thing
They're
I
not
killed?
very
Baron?
worthy opponents.
More rocks.
No, actually, this time it's a javelin.
Ooh.
that comes sailing at Turok, because I rolled, and that's what I got. What's your AC?
14.
15.
He's still a bear.
No.
Right?
Bear claws.
Bear claws.
I thought you were going
Okay, wait a minute. So since I'm next
Plus
to
2.
him,
So you actually get hit by a
it has to be
javelin
happy.
from 120 feet away. This time I rolled at disadvantage, and I rolled decent, whereas before I got regular rolls, and it was awful. And you take
A javelin.
1 point of piercing damage as it just cuts by you and sticks actually past you and right through Bob. Bill.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Buddy, did you need, how many more javelins did you need? There's one right here.
I'll take one.
I'll use eye for
It's a little
deceit.
small, but you can definitely take it.
Well, that's more dangerous than rocks.
Oh wait, we're not in.
So we either stay and fight and engage, or we get out of here.
Yeah,
We should
let's
leave.
go. Let's go.
Let's go then.
So
If they
whatever, I
pursue,
can't be
then we attack
surprised.
them.
What does that mean?
Sounds good to me.
I start walking away.
As he
Out
walks around,
of, out of
punch him
range
again.
of javelins.
Punch
him
the
again.
dead.
No, I'm gonna punch Turok in the
Oh.
other arm.
His other arm. You're
As
gonna
we walk away.
My father always raised me that
Obviously
punch
a
you,
playful
you should punch
punch.
from back.
It's a playful punch. It's not really.
Got it.
roll for playfulness.
Yeah.
By the
A
way,
performance check to see if I think it's playfulness.
3.
Uh-oh!
So it's harder than expected.
Okay, let's stop everything. Battle. Sorry.
Anyway, so we'll just walk
Now
away.
it's
Yeah,
aggressive.
you guys start to walk away. As you're going, Turok, give me another perception check as you guys now are walking. The sun's setting.
25.
Yeah, they're following you, and there's more than these 3. 4 probably, because the first 3 were throwing rocks and was good. So, but there's definitely, you would say at least a dozen, maybe more, but a dozen close enough that you can see in the dwindling light, following, kind of stalking behind you, like waiting for you to stop or waiting to get in a decent position or something.
So, we have a decision to make. They are following us. They will wait until we camp. We either take them out now.
Well, now we cannot just sleep and
I'm
let
putting
them
up my
attack us.
hood on my.
If you did not
And I'm
kill that one, we
dropping
would
all
not
the
have
bodies back.
had to do this.
And
If it
seeing
was-
back around.
Well,
Not, if I'm remembering
do
it
that-
incorrectly, we all
Well,
killed
sorry.
all of them less than a
What?
day ago. When they attacked us first, just as they did today. How is this any different?
The stealth,
This is true, I suppose. But they may not have known this.
15.
If you did not
You're
say
trying to get
anything,
behind them.
they may
Yeah.
not have known who killed
I'm
them.
gonna do this thing. But I'm not trying to get behind them.
You're just trying to get away
Stop
from me.
walking.
I'm gonna take
Well, I'm
a
kind of.
look.
I'm not
More
trying
stuff.
to get behind them. I'm trying to get on the other side, like around them.
Okay.
4? Okay.
Is he the only one that sees them?
You all
Or do
notice
we
these
all?
stuff.
Well, I just told you that. there's-
Yeah, he's kind of like can point them out.
Yeah.
They're staying a distance away. They don't want to get fire thrown at them, right? Like they're a distance away. He threw that javelin at 120 feet, which is why I rolled at the disadvantage for it.
I'm
Such a
hiding 2 blades of
far
black.
away.
Yeah.
Say.
Okay, so you kind of disappear and sneak off. You
Do
just
I
stop
see any?
walking and go.
Do I see any of the goblins?
Well, as you're kind of like sneaking and trying to make your way that way quietly, roll a perception check as you're going. And you guys kind of keep walking on.
Oh, hello. Come on with the 7s. Perception.
Yeah.
13.
Okay. 13.
And I can't be surprised.
Okay.
And creatures don't gain unseen advantage.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of see the ones that Turok was seeing, and you go up. As you guys are discussing what to do, you're continuing to walk. Bree is kind of like getting around and kind of trying to flank and get on the side of these goblins. And Turok, I mean not Turok, and Tanaki falls behind.
They definitely would have all noticed because I only rolled a 4.
Like close enough
Yeah.
to slit someone's throat.
So,
Badass.
just saying.
Tur-
You've all saw me stop.
You just stop walking?
Turok.
I made a stealth check to hide on the side.
Maybe we should.
So I'm
I
So
said
he
I-
thinks he's being stealthy.
I
I,
know.
s- I
Very
said nice
sneaky,
and loud.
though.
Maybe we should make camp.
Good idea.
Yeah, but you were going off. You think you're
Yes.
being stealthy. That's
I
the thing
do
with a
think I'm
4,
being
so you're
stealthy,
going
so-
away. Okay.
Maybe we should make camp
Sure,
here.
don't just kill them.
I imagine the goblins are scattered
That is
all
what I'm
together,
trying
right?
to
They're
do.
like,
Yeah, they're kind of spread out.
Yeah.
I'd say we make a camp here, and if they come for us, then we
Just
attack
end
them.
them. Okay.
It is getting late, anyways. Buddy, what do you think?
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. So as Bree's going around to get to the side of them and actually being very stealthy, as they're like looking, I think they're gonna make camp. There are definitely more than those ones you saw, and they are rather surrounding Tanaki, who is alone.
Oh,
Tanaki,
here we go again.
I want you to roll a d8 for me.
D20.
20.
It'd be hilarious if you got
Get
like
wrecked.
6.
8
Okay.
goblin dicks come right for you.
I've seen that one before.
What is? Because it's not actually the stat block they have.
It's an
We're
armed
using
strike.
clubs.
How
I
did you
think a
get?
club is a club a d4.
Yeah.
No, oh wait.
No, it's a D6.
Yeah, it's probably D6.
d4. Yeah. Club.
It's a mini club.
So you are going to take 6 as they run towards you. And are going to.
It's like a
at you.
little league team
Damn,
with
he's
baseball
dead.
bats.
I know, it could pretty much
Bad
die.
news bears.
That's going to be
Again?
a 12, a 13, and a 20
Shield.
on the 20.
All
Or-
of them, 'cause it's for the
We're on
round.
the same
What does that
round.
do? Plus 2?
Plus 5.
Oh,
Puts
is
me
it
at
really?
17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay, so the 20 will hit. 12.
What is your int mod?
16 is the next
No,
one.
shield is just plus 5.
Oh wow.
So what did it make it?
that's pretty cool.
16. Okay, so only one. So
Classes don't
yeah, as they all they run up and go to attack.
robe.
Mine's
You
14.
throw up this, and 5 of them bounce off. One of them though gets through
Captain Jack Sparrow jacket.
and is gonna hit you for 3 points
Can I
of
use
bludgeoning damage.
distraction to kill some?
As hit, he goes and smacks you over the side. Yeah, sure, because you're up on the side. They kind of turn and look at, and the one that you were stalking. What do you do to attack it?
I am going to slit its throat with my dagger.
All right, roll to attack.
Yes.
They did not see you, so you get sneak attack if you hit.
I know. Oh, come on.
You have advantage.
I have advantage?
Just think it
Yeah.
Didn't-
If
You're
they
not
don't
gonna
see
do
you.
it, are you?
Oh, that's much better. Wait. What do I add? What am I doing?
To hit the 8.
Oh,
Never
crap.
done this before.
23.
This is the
Yes,
first
that'll
time.
hit. Roll for damage.
Good, great. Dagger damage.
You kill it.
Yeah, with sneak attack, if you don't kill it, you're doing it wrong.
Well, you rolled all
Is it
ones.
impossible for her to not kill it?
No, she
Wait,
rolled
do
all
I
ones.
add
ones.
D6 for sneak attack even if it's not a D6 weapon?
Correct.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, good. Alright, so 2, 7, and then, so 7 plus
Dead.
8, 12 damage.
Okay.
3d6 then.
I just did 3d6.
So you go ahead
Why
and
is
just
your mother calling me?
because she loves you. And you just jam this dagger through the back of its head and drop it. As some of the other ones around him kind of turn and look at you. What are the rest of you doing? Because I think you're.
Do we hear Tanaki
You
screaming from
Wow!
getting clubbed by goblins?
No, but you heard the 6 goblins go as they
Right.
ran out to it. He's probably like
Ignore
80
her.
feet back now.
Mhm.
They
My
waited
turn.
till there was quite a bit of distance, and he's off like the path you were taking and up the hill a little bit as he was
He's
moving
gonna call
towards
me
them.
next and I'm gonna pick up.
Wow. You got it.
You gotta be
You gotta
the
get that
favorite
cred.
in Lawrence.
I would start moving towards.
Yeah, start
Possible.
running towards.
And shoot a ray of frost at one of them.
Sure. What's the distance on that?
60 feet.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Absolutely. Roll to attack.
Kills Tanaki.
A 10.
10 does not hit. Yeah. So you would have hit it, but they were unexpectedly bounced back as the shield goes up, and it goes right where it otherwise would have. And the rest of you are kind of like making your way back towards
Trying
Tanaki.
to see if I can hit.
I'm gonna try and
him
knock an arrow
with
and
a weapon that I
yeah.
have.
Okay. At that point, you are up on the hill alone with like, and they're spread out a bit, but like 11 other goblins. Bree.
What? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, your mother left me a voicemail.
You're
I'm
on a hill with
distracted.
11 other goblins
How far
alone,
away?
kind of far away, like 120 feet away from the group.
Okay.
And they're running
like-
away from you.
They're running away from me?
'Cause
I'm
you're
gonna try
going
and
to
clip
help
some
Tanaki.
with an arrow.
Okay, well,
Fuck them.
you're gonna take some attacks
Are we
first.
doing initiative or?
No, I'm kind of doing it.
Okay.
A little.
I'm gonna
A little bit
Wait, I
hodgepodge
want
because
to
you're
do
so.
initiative. I don't like this, because then
Um,
we can all...
So I think there's 3 in
So type A.
He was
in
trying
range
to
to
kill
be able to attack you. So that's going to be a 22,
Yeah.
a 17, and
Yeah.
a 15.
No, just 2 of them.
Okay. As they run at you and attack you with clubs. So just 2 of them attack.
I'm using uncanny dodge as a reaction to have damage.
To have.
No. Right?
Yes, it's a reaction.
Only if
Reaction.
it's
Reaction.
only if it's your save though. No?
No.
It can be
Any-
for
any-
You
you
just reduce damage. At
can
any
reduce
point.
it to 0 if it's a save.
That's a different
But
ability.
you can always use it. Okay.
Different ability.
Yeah, it's evasion. This is
That's evasion.
But it's only against one attack though. So.
Yeah, it's against
So
one
it's 1
attack.
against 1. So we'll against which it doesn't matter.
The 6th one is 3. So you take 7 points total in damage
Okay.
by having 1. As 2 of them just come in and they start just clubbing you, as others are now making their way. And you guys, as you're making your way back to where Tanaki is, notice this going up on the hill.
He's how far away from us?
Tanaki was about
I
80
just
feet.
think
So
so.
if you guys move your distance,
Okay.
Yeah, I
you're
would.
getting.
I would run at full speed
Sure.
to get 60 feet closer and go into a rage while I'm running.
Yeah, definitely. So as you're and running up, why don't you roll an intimidation check as you go into a rage to see if you can kind of scare them off, or if they're all going to take another swipe before you slaughter them all.
9.
9. Okay. Yeah, they're all going to take another swipe at you.
I don't get to go.
Oh yeah.
I don't need to
It's
go
my
either.
reaction.
Go ahead.
So I was the ones coming down the hill towards me. It's kind of.
They're not. They're just the ones around you are just those 6 that originally attacked,
What do I want?
and they were kind of like hiding behind stuff, jumped out at you, ambushed you.
Part of me that's worried that someone's dead.
I'm going.
Well, she didn't try calling me.
Or me.
God.
Fireball, send it on yourself.
I don't have it.
I got you.
Oh wait.
I got you.
Alright, do
I
something.
got the play right now. If you let me go.
I'm going to disengage
Okay.
and run towards my friends to kind of meet up with them.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Yeah. As you just like kind of, knock them off and like running. What?
That was actually the question.
Oh.
For me.
Oh my god.
Do I need to do something?
Sure. What are you gonna do?
Do I get to do this? Is not an initiative.
I want to pick up a rock, and I'm going to cast darkness on the rock, and I'm going to throw it at where the goblins and
Yeah. Okay. Roll to attack.
I'm throwing it in the general area.
Yep. Roll range attack. See how few.
Well, so I rolled a 15 on the dice, so 17.
Yeah. Perfect. So you, and all of a sudden you are in complete and absolute darkness, Tanaki.
Now all those goblins have disadvantage on attacks on you.
I can't see.
Yeah. But what's the range for dark?
It's a 15-foot radius on whatever you cast on. If I cast on the rock and throw it over there, it's a 30-foot.
Yeah. So I think you pretty
Ball.
quickly run through the other side towards your friends, and the ones that were there are going to throw rocks at you at disadvantage. They're not going to run after you because they don't want to run into the big ball of darkness. But they're going to throw rocks in your gen. Oh, you know what? I can't roll all that at once because it's disadvantage. 11 to hit. 2 natural 18s. A 22 to hit.
Yep.
That's going to be
Just by that much.
3 points of damage. Not going to hit. What's your AC?
12. Well, let me know because I'll shield if it's close. If it's going to get in play.
Not going to hit. 17.
No. It's not.
Okay. That's going to be 3 points of damage. And then the last one, 15.
I'll shield.
Okay.
Just stop it.
Yeah, as
Reaction.
throwing up a shield. As all these rocks just start pelting you,
Yeah,
so
like
you
Fury.
they take off back the other way.
I don't surge.
You don't surge. Okay. Bree, you're up on the hill and there's 3 surrounding
Finger
you,
death.
like smacking you in the side with clubs. These goblins just as tall as you are. And you see others just
So they're melee with
coming
me?
in. Yeah.
Well, since I can only attack one of them, I will attack one with my rapier.
Sure.
New weapon.
1.
That's
She
terrible.
hasn't learned how to use it yet.
She's You're not proficient.
10.
Yeah, I think as you go to hit them, you're not quite used to this weapon yet, and you get a little off balance from the wet grass, and you just miss as they are going to start battering. Does that?
I'll just. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay. So they all bat at you again with their clubs. 10, 14, 15.
Nope.
None of them?
Nope.
Okay. And then 3 others get in range, and they are now all around you.
Because fuck me.
They might.
19, 16?
16 is my AC.
Yeah, so 2 of them hit.
Uncanny dodge!
So that's 6 half to 3 plus 4, so that's 7 more points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Yeah, as you're trying to like use real fighting tactics, and they are just absolutely surrounding you. Okay. You guys, I think meet back up together and then look up the hill as Bree is trying to fight off this now like swarming horde of goblins.
I'd shoot at another one.
How far?
Far away still.
Yeah.
120 feet. From
Still?
where?
Oh, wow.
120.
Are you going towards her?
I thought we were all going.
I thought you guys were going towards Tanaki, which is the opposite direction from where Bree was.
Oh, never mind.
Wait a minute. We were walking. Bree went off, and then Tanaki went off.
And he said decidedly he was going a different direction.
Yeah, I went the other way.
He went the other way.
But we still moved back from the direction we were moving, though, weren't we?
So he went back. Bree went like up the hill to get around the side of them.
Can I see Bree where she
Yes.
is? I would go to Bree.
Okay. Yeah, so I'd
first.
say you're getting up towards where
Okay.
she is then. That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah, because
I'd
if you're
start moving that way then.
okay.
I'll start getting
And
up.
I'm outside of a
Oh.
big sphere of darkness.
Yes. Why don't you
As
roll
Tanaki's
to?
running towards me.
Well, you're far. You can't get your attack 120 feet, can you?
No, but I would start moving.
All right.
I'd probably dash.
Yeah, seeing that he's okay, so you dash up. I would say that's 2 dashes for you, right? So you're pretty much just about within range of them. What would you do at this point?
If I can't get to Bree this turn.
No, you could probably get to one of the ones running to intercept her.
Alright. I begrudgingly draw my axe.
Okay.
And I'm gonna rage.
Seems like a bunch
Okay.
of Pikmin.
And I'm gonna rage.
But it's like a sigh. It's like a
Not happy about it.
and I
You're
will-
more mad that you have to do this battle
And
than.
I will attack the goblin
Sure.
nearest me.
Okay.
Body is good, just going through the motions. There's no passion.
Yeah, as he's like running to get towards Bray, and then all of a sudden you're like coming towards him with your axe.
Reckless.
Sure.
I'm not gonna agree with the master.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, that's awful. Look at all. That's only an 11 hit.
That is not gonna hit.
The axe goes sailing into the forest.
No, I think your lackluster attack and like not really wanting to do it, you just kind of do it, and it's surprisingly nimble. This goblin as he jumps to the side and like turns to face you, almost reaching your knee.
Alright, so can I also then start?
Yeah, you and Zephahim just start running in that general direction. Sure.
I'll take my second attack on the goblin.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Yeah. Okay. You cut it in half. Yeah, it's feeling really good, and you just and you absolutely kill it.
I looked at grandfather and
See
I'm
from
like,
hole to hole.
Yeah. Okay.
Must kill them all, buddy.
Me?
No, we're gone.
Yeah.
It is a thing with
I'll try to attack with my rapier again.
Okay.
Where the goblins
That's
play
better.
socks.
23.
23 will definitely hit.
Do I need to roll it?
I mean, you could do
I would like to see that.
at least
Body
7.
wearing a goblin
Yep,
like a
that'll do
sock.
it.
That's it.
Yeah, this time you get it right through the throat. So quick you don't even see a wound, and then all of a sudden blood squirts out, and that particular one
Fucking
falls
already
over.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage.
Sure, and like move away towards
Yeah.
Badi, I
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah. Okay, so you move towards. Okay. And with everyone else running up to you, they also. So 2 of them have javelins. The rest are just you're gonna get some rocks thrown at you guys. So I'm gonna say even, odd, and even. So each of you gets a javelin thrown at you, and then you're gonna have some rocks thrown at you. But I don't think either one is gonna hit. 12 to hit you and a 9 to hit you. And then
It has advantage.
ooh, that's a 14.
No.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
closer.
And then each of you gets like 3 rocks thrown at you. One's a natural 1, so he actually falls and slides towards you and can't get up. And I think you just kind of like step on him and then. That's a 13.
No.
Hit, yeah. And then the 3 that are the highest one. Oh my god, my rolls are all.
One of them get advantage. I mean, it's attacking.
Universal
advantage.
sound
Okay,
body.
so none of those are. Let's roll them all at advantage, and then 17.
That would hit. Yes.
Okay, and then a 16.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you take 6 points of bludgeoning, half to 3.
Okay.
And then they take off,
Can I help you?
running back away from you guys up the hill as you guys all come and get together.
It's a boy.
I'd shoot at another one.
It's
Sure.
just a baby
Roll for
boy.
Finally.
Yeah, I'll go for the fireball.
That's a
Yeah,
hit.
roll to attack.
That was 23, I think.
Yeah, it definitely hits. Roll for damage.
20. Hi.
20 will hit. Roll for damage.
I'll leave. 9.
9 points of damage kills it. Yeah,
12 cold.
yeah, both of you guys. So fire and ice. Just one of them freezes and looks towards the other one as his friend looks in horror at his freezing middles and as this like little burst of fire that seems like a fireball to him explodes off his back and he lays prostrate on the ground.
We should.
Prostate. I say prostate every time.
It's not prostate. That's
You'll show me at the break exactly what a prostate is.
I will.
We should make camp here.
Here.
Wait, we're still fighting. Are we not?
They ran off. They all ran
ran
off.
away.
The ones that are fighting you ran in a different.
We should
They'll
make
kind of
camp
like
right here.
scatter.
They
I'm just
will
gonna
not.
sit right down and be like, God.
They will not come back.
Take a couple of their heads and put them on spikes and put them by a campfire.
We did get a new javelin, so we could.
I have
actually-
several as well.
Like, you want me to stick a couple on the ground for you? Yeah, just
This is what they hired you to do.
This is what your clan hired me to do.
listen, Bear.
Did
We're
you
not
kill any bear?
No, I'm not gonna fight them.
Bear.
I got one.
We are not in the city. We are not in the monastery.
They're my size.
This
I killed
is-
3.
his
not going to
domain.
kill them, but
As
When-
Blue like
but
his
you were-
bruise, rubbing
when
his bruise
in-
but smiling.
you looked like
Yeah.
you were in trouble, so I felt like I had to help.
Wait.
I took care of myself in the end.
When in Del Baz. There was a
I
Del
don't know if
Bazian
you would have
still.
been alright if we didn't help you.
I understand.
If I could have seen where they were, I probably could have done something cool, but I couldn't get a nice visual like of where I was.
So you guys
I could
are
burn them all.
going to camp down right there.
I'm gonna continue walking
No, not here. We gotta go further.
to the. I'm going to the water's edge.
It's gonna take you much of the night. You know, you were like a
I
day's
thought we traveled the whole day.
Hey, you said it was an
from
hour
you.
away.
So you left to cross the river a little later. So you weren't traveling the entire day. It was about an entire day from Halanchampil to the dwarves,
Okay.
right? And then it was another half day or so from Halanchampil to the water's edge, because you took that walk and it took about a half day each way, right? And then so you spent some time with the dwarves, came part of the way, crossed the river, and then went. So I think you're not quite even like level with Halanchampil yet. So you probably have.
I thought it was on the other bank.
It is on the other bank. I'm just saying as far as east-west. So let me.
I'm not crossing.
Yeah, no.
We already did.
You can't go.
I'm not crossing
There's
back.
2 rivers. That's the
So we'll do
problem.
like the 4 corners.
No, I know, but he's
Well,
saying
there's a river and a.
we still have to go north. We're still
Park
too
our territory,
far
right.
south.
Yeah.
We still have to go
So
north and then past
Evil.
Yeah.
I play
The
evil
monastery.
parts. I know this
No.
game.
to the trees.
No,
That's what he
No,
said.
I have to do that.
No,
intimidation.
we're not near the monastery.
The monastery's on the opposite side of the river.
No, it's not.
Yes, he just said that.
No,
The
Hold on.
tributary.
hold on. I
It's
got
really got it's a little.
This
a
is
little-
why
it's
we
a
never
little
got across
wide.
the river before.
A little
So
wide,
there-
and
we
the
couldn't have-
Halanchampil is to the west.
Yeah,
So here's my very wonderful map.
Thank you.
World.
Cat has
There's
been like-
no way this camera could see it, so I'm just gonna do this for the people at the table. I'm sorry, internet world. I got the chat open, so you can tell me your anger at me if you want.
What have they said?
So these are the dwarves.
Mhm.
This is Halanchon Pill,
Mhm.
and this is that little hut at the edge of the river.
Mm-hmm.
So it was about a day to get here.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys did like this and crossed the river, but you left
That's what I mean.
you left maybe a little before noon to do that. And then you traveled about this way because you're going up into the hills.
But there's no wooded areas down here.
So the wood areas are mostly up here. You have to go into the mountains a
And
little
where
bit.
is the river?
This is the
East.
river.
Is there any point where the river
Meets the wooded area. Yeah, it's probably another day's travel that way.
another day?
To get to the area with the woods. Yeah, I mean you spent a day traveling from here to here, and then there's another half a day here, and you're kind of going at an
And there's no
angle.
trees here at all.
Yes.
There are. There are.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
We didn't cross the.
Yeah, there are, but you'd have like your pick of the lumber if you
Alright.
continue northward a little
I will
bit.
wait then.
Yeah, there are some trees.
Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we did.
Shut up, man.
Sent to get to the monastery.
I'm master map.
Yes, because
We
no.
never crossed back together.
Oh,
Cartography.
Map graph.
Yeah.
Photographer.
Cartographer.
With all that frustration you guys are feeling, we're gonna take a break. We'll take 10 minutes, we'll come back, we'll walk.
Make sure the cameras are.
Goblins,
I'll talk to
guys.
Joanne.
Oh, that one.
Everyone loves
is
goblins.
way off.
Um,
I think that moved.
It is 8:20 now. We'll be back at 8:30. Check out some of the art. Hang out.
And the written content.
Writing content. Yeah. A great time to read at least the first installment of one of our writing pieces.
We
At
were working on an
indoorproductions.com.
audio.
They're all great.
They're
Uh,
short.
And let me
You
know
can
in the
read them
chat
during
if you
the
have
break.
anything to say. I'll
There's-
definitely check it out
We're
during
working on having an audio version of the written stories by Matt's mother. She's going to read out
you. Bye, guys. All right, we're back. There we go. Yeah, that would be great.
Alright, we'll try that with Matt.
We are back, everyone. So you guys were deciding if you wanted to continue on a little bit, if you wanted to hunker down for the evening right where you were.
I guess we have to rest.
Is it nighttime yet?
The sun is going down, yeah. It's,
I think I can walk until nightfall. I don't want to lose any daylight.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you could probably get, another hour out if you don't mind. Like the sun setting, you keep going a little bit.
Yeah.
With the limited dark vision that I have, just kind of make sure that
roll up
as we
perception
keep
check.
going to see if these things are continuing to follow us
Sure.
as we go, or if they learn their lesson. 16.
Yeah, they didn't learn a lesson. They're following you. They're keeping that distance, not coming towards you while you're together as a group. But
How far are they away?
120 feet?
I'm gonna take a shot at one of them. Well, I don't fucking know this shit.
Sure.
120, so that's
Yeah.
within my range.
It should be in your first range. It's the longbow, right?
Longbow,
Double
yeah.
dash.
Yeah.
No, this is.
Yeah. I think it's enough, though, even with that, to make them kind of back up a little bit further.
Yeah.
They're definitely, they were keeping you for their javelin throwers right at the edge of their range of that, but they're willing to back up even a little bit further than that. But I think
make camp, they may come towards us, and that will give us.
You can pretend we're sleeping until they get here.
This is what I try to do.
It seems like they're not interested in attacking unless any of us go off on our own.
I'll go off on my own.
Okay, see you, babe. It's been nice to know.
My point is that we don't go off on our own.
I'll lag
We stay
behind
here
and I'll trap
and
them.
we wait for them to come
I
to us.
was kind of trying to do that, but it
No,
didn't go
it's
so
just-
well.
No, I'll do it on purpose.
Oh,
I won't kill
Yeah.
them because
We
they're
know.
weak. So there wouldn't be any fun.
Okay, Ben, but you were talking earlier about how much you loved to fight.
I know, but how can you go from fighting and almost dying to killing them and barely trying?
Van's right.
What fun is that? It's like playing with like hunting and playing with your meal before killing it.
Like a squirrel.
Like a squirrel, yeah.
Are you gonna eat the
I
goblin?
love squirrels.
Can you eat goblin?
No.
I don't know if you should do that.
Have you ever tried?
Have you ever eaten
I don't know. I just am trying to make sense of his
No.
analogy.
It's like. No.
It's like playing with your food.
But never mind.
But you're not going to eat it.
Have you ever seen a worm in the sand and you play with it before
I don't
you
eat
kill
those
it?
either.
No. Why would I just kill a worm?
And that's my point. Why would you? See? Now you're
What?
getting it. Now you're
No,
getting
but your
it.
analogy was as if I.
There you
did.
go.
Worm in the sand.
You got it.
okay.
I mean, I
as
killed
Bear
this snake
looks
in the
for
boot.
worms, what do you are you going off on your own? Are you guys keeping watch? Are you gonna pretend to go to sleep?
You're gonna make a fire.
Sure.
I think this pretend to make camp plans.
And then are they still around? They're still around, I'm assuming.
They seem to be, although it's hard to. I mean, with your dark vision, but I mean, they follow you that far
Right.
until the night fell.
Okay.
So there's good reason to believe that they're still out there.
We'll have one person take watch.
2
Fine.
is what we usually do.
Buddy, I have to explain everything.
It's to make us look weak.
If we have one person keeping watch, they will be more likely to attack. Then we all pop up and kill them.
That's if they come close. They're just going to throw stuff at us.
But when it's dark
they're
outside,
just
they
throwing
can't
rocks
see
at us,
anybody
that's not
tonight. They will not have to get much closer in order to even see us.
Now we will put the fire out so it's only smoke.
We put the weakest one of us away, Baron, and allow him to attract.
Would you
the
like
goblins.
to find out? And I'll do this.
Baron, you are wearing that ring. I would
Wait.
kill you.
That's true. That ring does.
Why don't we just
Big
actually make camp?
That's
And
true
leave
too.
watches like we usually do. And when they attack, we kill them all.
And then we have camp set up to go to bed.
Fine, but people will be tired and go to sleep.
That's fine. Everyone except 2 of us can go to sleep. And then they'll go to sleep, and then the next
Fine.
2 will wake up.
You are cranky,
And then
so
they'll
you
go
go
to
to
sleep,
bed.
and the other 2 will wake up, and we still have an extra.
You go to sleep. You are cranky.
Buddy, do you want to sleep first or no?
I
I will stay up.
Want to sleep forever.
Wow,
Sleepy, dreamless sleep.
wow, buddy.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I will take first
I'll
watch.
take- Oh no.
I will
can
stay.
take
I will
first
stay up
watch.
with you.
No, my eyes will be useless in the middle of the night.
I will stay awake.
I will do first watch with Buddy.
Okay.
All right, that's.
No,
You want
I,
a better
no,
option?
I would
Swing
like
it.
to stay up.
You would like to?
Yes, I am
I'll do
awake.
second watch with you.
I feel very energized.
Oh, we haven't done that yet.
So
No.
while they're watching, they're having. Sorry, this is important. I'm going to meditate,
Yes.
not fall asleep, because I don't want Buddy to kill.
You're not an elf, my friend.
I know.
You don't get that. You have to sleep still.
No, I know I need to sleep. But while you guys are
You're not
watching,
an elf.
He's saying he's decidedly not going to sleep.
I am gonna sleep.
It turns out Baron
But
is like
after we have
eight
plenty of
levels of exhaustion.
I think
Alright,
at that point
fine.
you're dead.
If everybody wants, okay,
No,
fine.
you can fake. Like you said, you can take like a. You can take like
You know what?
a walk.
I'm gonna
instead
go
of
to sleep, and if he dies, he dies. I'll take all his stuff. I'll finally get my money that that's supposed to be mine.
Ye of little faith.
So I will go to sleep.
So Badi and Zephahim stay awake for first watch.
Oh my god.
One of you can roll a perception check at advantage,
I have
or
dark
you can
vision,
both.
so I
You
would.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kill Gusa.
That would be a 5.
You just die. Okay. All right. It's hard to see. It's dark.
Is it me or it is very dark tonight?
Advanced darkness.
Inda probably did this to us.
Who?
Inda.
Oh yeah, I'm asleep. Whatever.
What do you want to do with your life, Zephahim?
Oh, buddy. Why do you always ask me these odd questions?
Genuine curiosity.
Maybe I will be inspired by what you have to say. What do you want to do with your life? Did you always picture yourself traveling with a group such as this?
No. I have spent the long years of my life killing.
Yes, I can see this.
I wonder what it was all for.
Hmm.
There are no fewer orcs in the world now than there were when I was born.
This is very wise of you to say. I think about this too. Not that I kill people, but well, only if I have to, I suppose. But I do think about what to do in the future. It is tough to say. I have not had a place to call my own, a home. So it is hard for me to say I will do this or that.
If you could do anything, what would it be?
That is a good question. I have had a lot of interesting times, but I think that I would like to start a temple or something to Sazish one day. But one where you worship Sazish.
Not one of the other ones. Do they have names?
Of course they have.
Do you
names.
say?
Do you have a name? Everybody has a name.
I mean the other devils that tieflings worship. Do they call them something?
Buddy, this is something I try not to talk about very much. But
I'm not going to tell anyone. The secrets are safe with. I'm going to be dead in a few years anyway.
it is not so much a secret, but tieflings don't like to talk about it in public because it is a very bad thing between tieflings.
But you are not like other tieflings. Because you speak to him directly.
I try to.
Hmm.
Sometimes he listens, sometimes he doesn't. Just like Bear.
The other ones don't even try. They trade you this one or that one. And then
I think people like to stay where they are comfortable. They see their God, they see their home, they see their people in their town. They don't want to leave. They don't want to go anywhere or do anything. I always wanted to get out of Dalbaz, but didn't know how. The timing was right, I suppose.
so a temple then.
Maybe one day, maybe not. I don't know, maybe I would hate it. But I think I could get people to see that Sazish is not as bad as some people think.
And
I am tired after all.
the Baron issue.
Well, I suppose we will see, but if Baron is being controlled by Gusa, that is a big problem for us. I don't want to hurt Baron, but if I have to, I will.
You think then that what his mother said was true?
It is disturbing to think about. But I suppose anything is possible.
How would something like that even happen?
Trust me, it is possible. These things happen. Demons, devils, they can convey their will, especially to people who are easy to convince. Baron's mother seems to have wanted something.
Well, you
Maybe
have
she
a,
was tricked.
have a problem now. He has tasted the thrill of battle. He is hungry for blood.
Blame this on you a little bit.
Blame it on me if you want, but it was going to happen sooner or later.
Maybe, but Ben was not really like this until you
He
hold
was-
sway over him. He listens to you. He does not listen to me. When you speak, he respects what you say. When I speak, he just shuts it out. He does not listen. He hears me, but he does not listen.
You're hard on him.
I am hard on him, like I would be on my own child. I feel he has much to learn about the way of things. He is ignorant to the ways of others.
Of course he is. He was brought up in a monastery, sheltered from the world. He's not even lain with a woman.
This is true.
Well, he will spill blood. That I know.
He has learned much in his monastery about the ways of fighting, at least.
Yes, but he rejects that now.
Well, he will learn from all of us, I think. What do you want to do one day? You asked me this question.
I want to get justice for my children.
This is a good thing, justice.
And then I want to die a good death and go to Sylvaticus.
With your family?
Yes. And hunt the great stag and never catch him.
I suppose this would not be so bad. Your grandfather. What does he say to you?
More than I ever thought I'd hear from him. Wisdom, knowledge from beyond.
Did he raise you?
We are raised by the herd, but he had part of it, as did Nana Babu.
The herd. So it is a collective effort.
I do not know who my parents were, as you would say. Well, you should wake the others.
Yes, I'm getting tired now.
Okay. Who will be taking second watch?
I would wake up, Bree.
Bree.
And me.
I'd wake up in that because
Okay.
he was saying he wanted first watch too. So
Yeah. Bree and Inda have second watch. One of you can roll a perception check.
I think you should get there.
Okay. Do you have dark vision?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
then probably.
Then you should.
Alright. Then you can roll at advantage if she's
Then-
giving you advantage. Yeah.
Yes.
Never touch a booty.
17.
the never touch a booby club. That is canon for all of you watching. Baron is the
17.
founder, the founder, co-founder, and head chair of the Never Touch a Booby Club, and the treasurer.
What you got?
17.
49
17.
years.
Okay. Yeah.
Baron's 49.
Yeah.
That's awful.
40. The 50-year-old version.
40.
Bingo.
Bingo.
So, we've never done this, have we?
I don't think so.
We don't know too much about each other, honestly.
I don't feel like many people know too much about you.
Well, I feel like at this point we should do something to trust each other at least a little bit. How about you ask me something and I'll answer truthfully, and then you can ask me something, and then we can continue from that until one of us gets uncomfortable and goes to sleep.
Sure. That sounds good to me. What?
It's the ground that's like waiting.
Oh. You going to ask first?
You can go first if you'd like,
Hmm.
as you seem to have been mistrusting from the beginning.
How do you know Zephahim?
Zephahim, I met him at the same time I met Baron. I knew him, they met them the same day. I was trying to make some money in Del Bas because I thought they were just a couple of stupid tourists coming through town, and I would give them some phony baloney tour of the city and they would pay me to do it.
Huh. I don't know why, but I thought that you knew him, or at least, yeah, I thought you knew Zephahim
Not all
longer.
tieflings know each other.
Ah, I see.
How long did you and Nock know each other?
Oh, I don't know, probably only about a week or two. I know it doesn't seem like a long time, but we kind of helped each other out in the forest, and I met him at a time that I needed a companion, and he was a very good friend to me.
That's about half the time we've even known each other, so.
I know. There was something special about Nock, though.
Definitely a special kid.
It was like a childlike innocence almost that made me trust him.
He's something else. Did he ever seem odd, besides the obvious?
You mean besides talking to people who weren't there?
Yes.
I don't think so. I think Nock had more power than even he knew, though.
Why do you hate tieflings?
The ghosts of her past. Tieflings took something very valuable from me that I can never have back.
I'm assuming not valuable money-wise. It's probably more personal.
Yeah, you could say that. More valuable than any hex would ever be to me.
Would you divulge what this is?
Up to you.
I honestly don't know that I'm ready, but I think that this is going a long way towards making me more trusting of you guys in general. So maybe someday. Not yet.
What do you have for me then?
What do you mean?
I asked you something.
Oh, that's my next
It's
question.
You're up. Your turn. You can.
What are you guys doing? Oh God. Okay.
I cast
Have it.
Power Word Kill on Bear.
In your travels, have you ever attacked or killed anybody because of need or lack of coin or?
I have almost never killed, but I have stolen. I truly abhor violence. I'm not a fan. I wouldn't call myself a pacifist by any stretch of the imagination. The only sort of person I'd be willing to injure is someone that disrespected me to my absolute core. Because I have nothing but respect for just about anyone who crosses my path. Respect is something that I think everyone deserves. You don't need to like everybody, but everyone deserves to be respected.
This is a good tenet to live by. I like that. I do respect that about you. This is good.
All right. Who's gonna do the next watch?
Oh damn! I had such a good plan
Baron.
for this.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Next time,
Yeah. No.
text me.
Okay, Baron's gonna keep
Next
sleeping,
time.
so it's Naki and Turok.
I have a
Okay.
feeling you were thinking the same thing
Okay.
I was thinking. But
One of you can get advantage on a perception roll if
Just
the other
the
wants
sun.
to give it.
The other one is too. It's the moon.
25.
Okay. You can definitely still notice that there are other goblins, keeping their distance, but still there.
Can you see them?
Yes, they're still there.
This makes me uncomfortable that we're just waiting for them. Like, there's so many just watching us. I didn't sleep well.
Oh, there's nothing else much we can do about it. Every time we engaged them, they ran away. They are faster than we are. Are you still hurt from your fight?
Yep.
Are you hungry?
No, I had a little bit of pocket bacon left over. It was gross. Tasted like the river.
I'll kind of pick up a couple of stones on the ground, just kind of run them over into my hand, and they turn into small red berries.
don't eat those.
You're sleeping.
You
Don't those
you only need
diarrhea.
you only need one or two. You'll find they will fill you for the rest of the evening.
I don't remember if these Fred was good or bad. Bree had a story about berries, and I don't remember if it was red or blue. That they were bad ones.
Those things are
Red is
blueberry.
dead.
I'll take one and
Red
eat
is
it
dead.
to show you that they're fine.
For orcs.
Body.
Very sweet.
I hope it doesn't give you horrible diarrhea like now.
That did happen.
How
So-
many did you eat?
2.
You also gain 2 hit points.
Yay!
Wow.
They're good berries.
That's really fucking cool.
According to chat, they are dingleberries of healing. But good berries is fine. too.
Dingleberries of healing.
They tasted like kind of like ass.
I'm not sure what it is that you humans eat, but they taste fine to me.
So, what's your plan? Are you, like, how far are you coming with us?
I gave my word to the leader of the Hammertop tribe to keep a watch on the short dwarf. I don't know
Oh, I think
how far that goes. I will stay with you until I feel that I am needed somewhere else.
He might need protecting a lot.
From what I've seen, I tend to agree.
I mean, he's capable, but he's just reckless.
The way I see it, Bekirtakrut sent me to you for a reason. I don't know what it is yet, and I'm not sure I will, but
Seems to be a common theme. It's strange. We all, for some reason, just came together. Like, they just found me in one of the villages, one of the tiefling villages. And I just, like, I was looking for something. Well, I think I was looking for their friend Nock. But he was killed. But now I just keep going with them. And I
Why?
still think I need to find Nock.
why do you stay with them?
Well, I think some of them are looking for the same thing I am. I've had this dream of this red gem, and then it came up with Bjorn about his dragon wanted it to be found, and Bree had a vision about one too. And I saw it with Nock, and I thought it would be there, but when he was dead, he obviously didn't have it. So I figured if he was with these people, they were going to lead him to it. And maybe if I stay with them, they'll lead me to it instead.
And what is it that you plan to do with this gem?
I don't know. All I have to go on is that I need to find it now. And save Nock. Whatever happened to him when he died, his soul, it didn't go right.
It was not natural.
Yeah. Or it was taken by something. Not where it should have gone. And that's not right. I don't think he can rest. Just like Badi said, Nana Babu, they're not resting. And I think we have to do something about it. That's why I keep dreaming about them.
I agree. As I have gone through these woods, I've seen unnatural acts. And it is my job to fix them. What is happening to your friend, I feel, is unnatural. Whether or not it is worthy of killing him, I can't agree with your friends yet, but I've seen many animals, many creatures in nature that have no pigment, have no skin color, have red eyes, but I've never known one to transform that way. Something afflicts your friend, and I feel that it is my now purpose to figure out what that is.
And if Goose is behind it, it's really not good.
That is
Really not good.
his mother told me that that his father was not his father.
Oh. Does he know?
I don't think so.
Oh. Should you tell him? I mean, his mother's not around to tell him. Someone needs to. I think that falls on you now because she told you. Good luck with that.
The visual of you guys talking about Tony's character across Tony is just great. Okay. You guys get a full rest. You get all the benefits of a full rest. You are not accosted in the night, though they stay in proximity to you throughout the evening. You wake up the next day. It's clear.
It's a beautiful day. Good morning, everybody.
It's clear. Yeah, it's a bit warmer than it
Lucky.
was. You see the sky quite clearly. Not too windy. Sun beating down on you.
Polish my axe
What's the phase of
Polish
the
your
sun?
axe.
every morning.
Bree, do you remember the berries that made you sick? What color were they?
I think they were red.
Tarak has red berries that don't make you sick, because I feel fine.
Can I
That's
see?
great.
Can I see one?
I ate them.
They gave Knock really bad tum-tum troubles.
Yeah, but they were in the
Can I
wild,
see?
weren't they?
I
You just
actually
found them?
have some for you
Oh.
if you are hungry, if you need something to eat.
Pick it up. These are the same ones.
I will eat one. If that's
Don't think
wow. How wonderful.
so. You should save it.
I'll eat them.
I'm gonna put it in my pocket later.
You get this.
Do these keep?
You don't have to eat it now.
Do these? How long do these keep for?
They will turn back to rocks when we go to sleep this evening.
Will they turn to rocks if I eat this?
Will they turn to rocks in our stomach?
That's what I just asked. Pay attention.
Right, it's
Well, that was
important.
different.
What if I eat half of one?
We will feel half full.
Lukewarm tea. The devil's own brew. Okay. So you guys are, I'm assuming, continuing on?
Yes.
2, 3.
Yeah,
I'm
the,
a
quest,
bear.
the quest reward continues.
Yeah, you continue to walk for wood. You continue
I
on
break
through much
for
of the
hard
day.
work.
Again, it getting as you incline in elevation a bit more rocky, hilly, and the trees start getting thicker. At this point, you're moving almost directly east towards the river.
Correct.
How?
Whatever that is.
What pace do you want to move at?
I want to make it today.
Quickly, I assume, to get
Fast
there.
you
Okay,
fucking
sure.
can.
Okay.
The goblins won't keep up.
They're fast. So I don't
I'm
know.
wondering if you can leave them when you're 50.
They're tiny.
What is it?
I'm wondering how they keep up with me. I mean,
Well, yeah,
I mean,
but
how
we're
long
gonna-
are they gonna be aggroed on us?
Exhausting.
The best.
Until we cross the river and we're not in their
We're,
land.
we're
Well,
glitched
my-
out right now. They're glitched.
My thought with movement speed is always that it's like your in battle dashing speed, not necessarily the speed you can keep up throughout the course of a day. You know, so
Yeah.
that's not marked.
But if I'm walking
Running.
and a goblin is walking beside me, at some point the goblin will attempt
Will have to-
to start to fall behind.
Yes, that is true. That is true. All right, so you guys continue on for much of the day. Can I have a perception from Turok,
Curse.
who is leading
16?
the pack? Sure. The goblins are pretty good at hiding. Honestly, they are. But every once in a while, you see one peek. Right, I'm not going to roll. You gather a pretty decent number following you. And every once in a while, one peeks out, and you look again, and it's one, but in a different area. It couldn't have been that same one. So you continue to be pursued. But at a certain point through the day, you notice that over towards your right, there seems to be more of them. And getting closer. Not like I'm about to stab you close, but definitely not hanging back, not keeping their distance the way the others were.
Okay, I'll relay that to everyone.
Oh, great.
And you have anything that could scare these goblins away? Hold on. Wait, don't just do it.
What? Like what? What do you get any ideas?
Yeah.
Something specific that you wanted?
Maybe.
a crocodile.
No. Something bigger.
What if I start running at them? Could you make the image of a few dozen ghostly,
Yes.
like my grandfather,
All over
behind
you.
me?
All over you.
But
Yes.
around and
You
in
want
the
your-
air.
Do you want your eyes red and flaming? And
Yes. And I want you to have them covered in the corpses of goblins and the skeletons of goblins draped in their innards and just terrifying.
So we're keeping it pretty tame today.
Well,
Yep.
maybe there's half of a goblin impaled on one horn and the other half impaled on the other. Oh my god. And they're all shrieking. Can you do sound?
I can do
As
sound.
loud as you can, they're shrieking.
All right,
And
I can do that.
screaming with the unearthly sounds of the grave.
How loud would you like your feet hitting the ground to be? Thundering or no?
I would say softly at first, but then louder.
Okay.
You know, I trust your judge. You just do what you think. You do what you feel.
Do what I feel. Okay.
A giant steak appears in the ground.
So I guess one thing.
Well done.
That's scary.
And that's it.
So
Okay.
kind of duck around a tree, and I don't need to do this, but I sort of just look at Badi and slowly just goblins, just the corpses of goblins just start appearing on her, like on her horn. One just like through the horn going through the back of the head, through the mouth, and it's still just kind of. Her eyes just start glowing this bright yellow color. Her fur turning like a dark gray with bits of blood dripping from the different goblin corpses and the entrails coating her body almost like a cloak of innards from goblins. And several of the goblin arrows that we had seen just sticking out of her body, probably like, I don't know, 25 of them just sticking out at various spots.
Yeah.
And her teeth are just massive.
Like horse teeth.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. You know what I mean? Big teeth. And she's gonna be partially on fire.
This demonic visage.
Like a little bit of bluish greenish fire, and then I just raise my hands up a little bit, and I have a shitload of her ancestors just come around her.
Okay.
Your fate will be the same.
And you start like marching towards
And
them.
as she's anything that she's saying is so much louder.
Sure.
And as she runs, her footsteps are the sound of her feet in the ground just louder and louder and louder as she rushes down.
Please roll an intimidation check at advantage.
If you could have super advantage, I'm sure we would get it.
Roll 3 of them.
17.
17. 17 beats an 8. Okay. So, as you start lumbering toward, and you're quick, and if you're dashing towards them,
Sure.
you are.
I'll play it out.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Oh
the
yeah.
best I can.
They. A couple of them don't run right away. They look at each other and go, Lucy, tell us about this. Forget this, we gotta go. And they start running.
Every old man, every babe in their bed, all of them.
Whew, that one fainted.
Yeah, okay. One of them faints and just and falls on the ground.
Are you using your axe or no?
I think one of them pooped itself.
Do you have your axe out?
We're downwind. We're upwind.
Okay, so the axe has the reflection on the side with the reflection is you just see like skeletal faces and just like emaciated faces of goblins just screaming in the reflection.
And the reflection on the axe as you're running up.
I fostered by the detail.
Yeah, they are dashing away from them, but you're gaining on them if you're trying to.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Really. I don't
Okay.
get my heart's in it. I'm just
Sure.
like, I just want it to be
Yeah, and they scatter. They run away, all except for the one that is on the ground and passed out.
You think you can scare it to death?
Oh.
Maybe you could scare it so much it turns white, like him.
Maybe we could take him and tell him to go back to his
That one slowly
friends
starts to wake up, and it has all of these like faux ancestral guardians surrounding it. This thing, and it looks towards you, just. Well, have you ever seen something? It's like scrambles and practically digs a hole as it's trying to get away. Yeah, absolutely just takes off as quickly as it can.
Well done, Enda.
Alright, I dispel it and I go, if you're curious, this is what you look like. And I do, like at the end of a carnival, at the end of a roller coaster ride, this is what you look like. And it's just a picture of her go, boom! Like that moment, I've got like a small version of her doing that with how she looked with the goblin being all scared.
I like to picture that always, whenever you do that, it's like chibi versions of the people, because it has, you know, it's only a minor image. So
And this is what it looks like.
It's gonna be Funko Pops.
Good.
that's really where Baron is going to have his Super Saiyan moment. It's going to be in one of these little images that's shown to you. Okay, you have
Alright.
scared off those goblins.
Well, that bought us time. Great. That was really good.
Roll a perception check.
They all killed themselves.
8.
8.
8, but again, passive 16. But
Sure. You're looking around, and there definitely seem to have just. You see them continuing to run as far as your vision will allow. They're not. Usually they dash and hide. They are just hightailing it out of there. But you kind of look around, and back in the other direction where they've been following you. You do see a couple still out back, keeping their distance that way. So the ones that were coming in for whatever reason they were coming in seem to have gone off. The others are very happy to hang back, but still around.
I think for the most part they will leave us alone. We continue on our business.
Let's move quickly so we can build this raft today.
Yep. You're a butt! You hear from this one lone goblin up, not quite back where you were going, but almost perpendicular from the direction you were traveling, up on the hill, held himself against a tree. Yeah-wall!
Fireball.
You're all Fireball.
God damn it.
Okay, roll to attack.
Fireball.
That would have been fun. Do you start though and do a
19.
fireball?
19 will hit.
What is it now?
2d8.
10.
Oh, 2d10.
No.
Just a little baby. 9 damage.
9
Distraction.
damage. Okay. Yeah. And it hits him, he falls back against the tree, bounces down, starts rolling down the hill, its body towards you.
Got it.
At that, you see 3 arrows come
Oh my god.
fall very short. Very short towards you.
That's the way we're walking. We're walking
No.
towards them. What do you say?
It's kind of perpendicular, so if you were walking this way, like that.
Yeah.
Walk by.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
This is
3
evil
arrows
what you
fall,
did.
but they fall extremely short.
You murdered this goblin in cold blood.
Is he dead?
He called
That
you a butt
wasn't
and you
all.
killed him.
He called you a butt.
It's self-defense. There's so many of them.
Defending one!
They're gonna
His
attack
honor.
us.
His honor.
If I call you a butt, will you kill me too?
Try.
You could try. if you
From a
want.
little further away, you hear,
Maybe.
"She was right, you are a butt!"
You killed a woman. A defenseless
This is terrible.
woman.
She shouldn't have yelled at us. They're all attacking.
Tanaki.
I got excited.
We should
Tanaki,
Don't
this is
don't
not
yell
a
at him.
good
You don't know
thing.
what's gonna happen. Don't yell at him. He's unpredictable.
Yes.
Come get us, you bastards!
I'm gonna keep.
And then from a
walking.
little off in the distance, you don't even try it! We have the high ground!
You
One
killed
thing
him.
about that.
Let them live.
To the trees.
They can't even defend themselves. What kind of fight is this?
They threw javelins at us.
I know.
They're wasting
You got
our time.
nerves.
If they throw like 100 javelins, eventually they might kill one of us if they throw 100 of them. There's enough of them.
There's 3 of them.
They are. They're stalling us. You guys get that, right?
That's fine.
They're stalling us.
Let them stalk us.
Just let them
Stall.
do whatever they
Let
want
them
to
stall
do.
us.
Who cares?
Keep walking.
They are pitiful creatures.
They can't defend themselves. What kind of fight is that?
Baron.
Well, they,
For once, I agree with you.
Baron, you can stomp on one ant super easily, correct?
I'm gonna gnaw on your bones!
See, they just.
Why would you do that? It's better if you make a soup.
No, they make empty threats. Although I would like
And that
to
other one
taste
keeps
the
going.
goblin.
Man, you don't want to taste
Like,
the goblin. I imagine it would taste worse than, well, pretty much anything. They're not.
Let's just keep going.
They do not look appetizing.
They are fools.
Another arrow that falls very short of where you guys are.
They can't even hit us. We'll
in,
stay
in
out
your
here.
general direction.
I'm done with the fighting the goblins.
They're not worth it.
To the trees then.
If I had taken the fireball, I could have taken it.
Support. Do you want me to ride ahead?
Oh.
No
Can you do
need.
that again?
I could ask Sazish to help me with this.
No need to do that.
He may or may not listen to me.
Wish I could
Sometimes he
make a horse.
does.
I wish I had a sugar daddy that would give me things like that.
I'm smacking the. Or at least try to.
What's a sugar daddy?
A sugar daddy is a construct made
Someone who will-
made out of candy.
I want one
Protects
too!
little girls in the underwater lairs. It's
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Tell me when I see wood.
Yeah, so
you are
Wake me up when I see
You are
wood.
in trees
Spaceballs
now. You're
three.
just trying to get closer. Closer to
Are there more than 5?
There are more than 5 trees.
All right, I will take out an axe.
Or,
and
but I
start
thought you
to-
wanted to get closer to the river. You're not quite at the river.
the
yet.
druid
You're
is not
far
here
away.
anymore.
How far away
It's
from the
time
river are we?
to go.
Make a nature check.
It's
Or
been the
survival
whole
check.
time.
1 hour, 5 days later.
Natural one.
Natural 1.
Oh my god.
You are at the river. You're practically there.
Oh really?
Oh wait, no, it's not there. Yeah, you're pretty close though.
Close enough. Fuck it. Let's do it. Cut the trees
Are
down.
there-
Natural
any-
1, he's not being serious.
I know he's not being serious. I also don't.
I
care.
would hear Shanhira before I saw her.
Are there any dead trees around, or things that have been knocked over, or diseased, or things that I would be a little bit more comfortable with in cutting down just a regular full living tree?
Yeah, make a nature check.
I'm not sure if disease tree would be the best idea.
They float better.
5.
Insight check.
Not so much around here. It's all pretty lively.
Then we'll fall right through it.
I know it was a joke.
Say your prayers. Trees.
No, we'll keep walking for the next 3 weeks.
As you guys keep walking, you do hear the yelling and cheers of these goblins
Oh, back again.
off in the distance.
I'm losing my mind. Can I see him?
Baron's mental.
Every once in a while, you can see them.
I'm
Sometimes the yells come from
I'm gonna run that way.
Okay.
Toward them.
So
Naked.
Bear just
I
takes
only,
off,
I only have pants on.
but only with pants, running towards the goblin. You see one of them jump up front behind a bush, go "Ah!" and start running the opposite direction,
Can I
like,
catch
away
it?
from you. Okay, so
Yes,
you're gonna
come
run
on.
after
I
it.
just want to catch it.
Yeah, run a dexterity. Roll a dexterity check.
Natural 1, right now.
Baby,
1.
not smart.
And then one more.
23. I did. That one's for later.
Okay,
I
I
wanna
rolled
call
a
the-
natural 20.
Did you? Are you?
Yes!
I swear
I want this
got
goblin
it.
to kill you
Come
1v1.
on.
So
Wait,
you-
do I still win though?
Okay, so you are taking off after it, right? Running, and it's kind of trying to zigzag. And you start gaining on it a bit, and then it would dash off. Is everyone else just letting Baron go?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even stopping. I'm gonna keep walking.
Yeah.
With
okay.
that ring, if they throw enough rocks, they might kill him.
I hope so.
So you're walking.
I already
and all of a
got-
sudden,
I already got paid
this
for
goblin
bringing
goes and he
them
goes "Ah!" and runs into like this open clearing. You run in after him, and there are 4 like big things in this clearing. They're covered with like some sort of cloth thing, and he goes over and starts climbing a tree next to one of them. Like
Giant bludgeoning weapon.
Giant face.
and I think you catch him as he's trying to. Yeah, so it's
Grab his leg.
You grab his
pull
leg.
him down,
Pull him down. Okay.
and I'll turn him around, and I'll just stick my hand on his chest, so he's like this. Tell them to leave us alone, and I won't, and I'll press harder, and I won't kill you. Press harder.
Don't do it! Yeah, I'm still here! It'll tear me apart!
Will you tell them to leave us alone?
And this big thing that was there. All of a sudden, that tarp from somewhere above, attached to a rope, gets yanked off, and on all 3 of the other ones, they get yanked off, and they're large wooden cages. Some of them seem like they're getting broken apart from the inside. They're not as well made as they could be.
Lots of giant rock
And
hands.
it's particularly difficult in this area because they're being attempted to be broken out of by 4 very hungry, captured owl bears. Roll initiative.
I'm going to.
Roll initiative.
Where do you think you went, buddy?
Okay.
Just Baron, right?
Yes,
Just
just
Baron.
Okay.
10.
You're so fucking stupid.
It wasn't me! Mick.
Okay. At that.
What?
So, the maps never went down. Can we throw the map down really
We don't
quick?
need the map. I'm
Me
gonna
too.
run away. It's fine.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna disengage and run away.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, we're gonna see if you can do that because we're gonna throw the map.
He's like,
let me-
okay, so I'm drawing a map, so you're not running away.
Well,
Yeah,
They're going to chase you.
grab me the marker.
You'll chase you to your guard in oblivion.
So part of what goblins try to do
Till
is piss
the
you
end.
off so much that you chase after them and end up in a trap.
That's, yeah. Well,
So,
it worked. Obviously, I'm not mentally
It
strong.
worked
enough
for
to
one of
do
them.
this. Yeah.
I was really hoping that he could say what broke down the cage was a bunch of monsters with rocks for hands. That was gonna beat him.
That's all it takes.
They do 1d12 damage plus their 6.
You butt. Nick, this is what I was gonna do. Where's the thing? Now we have a second. Is this it? No, where is it? What's my marker? Where's my marker? Who stole it?
To draw on the map.
I feel like I have it.
What?
Never mind. Never mind. I don't need it. It's too
this is
late.
called the Trial of Baron.
Trial of Baron.
Yeah,
This is
right.
where I die.
Guilty.
Baron loses.
You want to move in?
No, I don't.
Please.
But I will.
Do you have a mini? Do you need a mini?
I need one.
Here.
I need to go buy one.
It's a dwarf.
I have a couple.
Well, it's good enough.
Wait till after this, I would say.
Yeah, I'm probably good. You know, I'm gonna stay and
might be
fight and
different.
see what happens. Fuck it.
You're a monk, you'll be fine.
So I definitely don't have any owlbear minis.
What a scuffed,
Shocking.
what a scuffed stream this is.
So you have one of these guys. So you have him like right here
He's the goblin.
next to you, and you have your hand on his chest.
Right here.
Yeah. So they're like big.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big.
Oh, they're fucking huge.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking. big.
It's an owl
It's
bear.
a bear that looks like with the face of an owl.
You know how fucking savage owls are? I didn't realize it.
You know,
They are
raptors.
raptors.
They are
They will-
savage.
Like, this is owl bear. I said, okay, cool. But then somebody said bugbear to me.
They're actually quite. They're.
I didn't know what a
savage.
bugbear was.
Oh, yeah.
So, but somebody before that showed me what
Okay,
a owl
throw one
bear
of
was.
those in the
So
thing.
for about a year and a half, when someone said bugbear,
One
I
of
was thinking
those in
about
the
like
thing.
an owl bear, but like a big fly
a
head.
big-
And yeah, we'll throw the demon guy back on the thing.
Oh shit.
But they're-
That's even more ridiculous than a real bear.
Yeah. So these owl bears do look rather emaciated, as if they have not been fed for a while. So they're probably
Hungry.
hungry.
Okay.
And the first thing they do, since it's the goblin's turn front, the one in front of you just need to move. He's like scared as that tarp gets pulled off, and another rope is pulled, and the top front of the cage rises. And the owl bears exit. So the one right in front of you that you are like face to face with is going to take 2 attacks at you.
Mm-hmm.
One with its beak.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be
Somebody.
a 19 to hit.
Yep. Oh, owl and a bear.
That is going to be
What a
a
genius.
14 piercing damage.
Holy shit.
One with its
The
claws.
other one start snapping and wrestling.
Oh yeah.
How much HP you got?
That's a 25 to hit.
Yep. Can I have my marker back?
I'm gonna catch that
And that's
water
going
from
to be
Bear
12 points of
So,
slashing
17 plus
damage.
12.
So okay, 20.
As he like bites at you and knocks you and just rakes you across. This one over here, the one with the wings, is gonna run up, and as you're kind of off balance, he starts eating the goblin next to you. Absolutely just devouring it.
Okay.
The other
It
two.
turns into a goblin. So they
I'm
reproduce.
gonna go 50-50 even. The blue one, the one that the beholdery one, he's either going to he's either going to try to fight the other one for the
That's
easy
probably
goblin
that's
meat
an
or
eyeball
attack you. I'm
monster.
gonna say even goblin odd you. That's a 4, so he's going.
Me.
Oh no, even goblin.
Oh yeah.
So he is gonna run up and start like fighting with the other one. But the fourth owlbear is also going to run up and do the multi-attack at you. So the beak attack is going to be another 25. I'm so glad I left.
There's no advantage here because they're flanking.
I don't think he doesn't.
They're
He
not-
doesn't need it.
They're also not really allies. They are starving and would happily kill each other. That's a terrible roll, so it's only 6 points of
Yep.
piercing damage with its beak.
I'm gonna use it.
And then it is going to swipe at you. That's going to be an unnatural 20. No, it's not. It's an 18.
Sure.
DM.
18 to hit is going to be
How did we get here?
Can I?
12 points of slashing
calling us
damage.
bugs.
DM. Can I move the camera for a moment to get a shot of this?
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody
Yeah,
needs to get
go
a shot
for
of how fucked this is.
If somebody kept
See
calling
this?
you butts, you
If
would
all,
run
see
after
all
them
these
too.
four of these guys, each of those is a bugbear. And
Don't
that
the
is
kid-
and that is
It's
very-
like it's like one of those pictures where it's like what I wanted and Splash Mountain and what I got.
I can actually do the battle cam. It's not great and it is not.
and that's the one
so
that
just
that's,
wanted to hit
that's the one.
Yeah.
You butts.
And
It's
that's the
really
one.
far away and it's very hard to see, but it's there anyway.
Oh, it is. All right,
Um,
cool.
Okay. It is
There.
your turn.
I'm gonna use one key point to Step of the Wind. Actually, it's a bonus action. I can disengage.
Okay.
And then dash.
Sure.
Boom.
How far do you go?
70 feet,
Great.
which is not far enough because they are bears. No, I'm
little
pretty
bit.
sure they can make 40 normally.
Okay, so you go 60 feet.
70.
70 feet. Okay, so you run off. That ends your turn.
And then hold my action.
You used your action to dash.
Yeah. Disengage.
That's how
You disengaged. You dashed,
That's it. Then.
Bonus action.
and then you bonus.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay. So as you're running, you hear, "Hey, get back here!" And some of the goblins in the trees are going to shoot arrows.
No! Leave me alone, you butts!
You ran into this.
You butts!
Their goal was to
Dig first into the
do exactly what
Lost
happened.
Should we go help him?
No.
No, you can't hear anything.
We have
You have
no
no
idea
idea.
this is going on.
Even if I did, I wouldn't.
I think we
He
should
rolled
go
a
help.
23, I rolled a 22 to get. So like that's how they were both really quick and agile.
You just take the wheel, okay?
Yeah, that's it. So they get. You're 70 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't get disadvantage because they have 80 feet with their short
This is how he
bows.
dies.
So that's gonna be 21 to hit.
A lonely grave beer.
Well, actually, Baron, roll a d6 for me to see how many arrow shots you're gonna
And
take.
thus this.
One of them's
thus
gonna
the
be a
story
21,
ends.
so it's gonna hit. But
Thumb.
6!
okay.
It all ends! Oh, fuck!
So for the first attack, that's 7 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
Okay, so put that, write that down, or keep it, whatever.
You know what he's at.
The second one is gonna be natural 18. That's gonna be a 22
Just
to
like
hit.
shoot him right in the eye and it just falls and dies.
That'll be 6 more points of piercing damage.
Are you even
That's
up?
it.
Unconscious now.
Oh
Okay,
shit, he died.
so the rest of the attacks are gonna be at disadvantage. Because you're now prone, but you're getting 4 more attacks because that's what you rolled. So the next one is gonna be a 9 to hit.
Why is
One-
it disadvantage?
Because you're prone, you're flat on the ground.
It's a ranged
So ranged
attack.
attacks have disadvantage.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
that's a thing.
easier. That's weird.
9 to hit for the
That's
second
because
one.
you're
That's why if someone's
small
shooting
target.
at you, you can drop prone and give them disadvantage.
I can
it's
Call of
attack them.
Duty.
So that was the third attack. Fourth attack is only a 9 to hit. Fifth attack, natural 1. Sixth attack, is a 6 or
I think these guys have
yeah,
to
they
say
were.
that.
Well, from disadvantage, some of them were good. Is only a 10 to hit. So all the rest missed, but you are now prone on the ground.
Very nice DM, man.
If you say so,
Because all
because
these guys.
Did we see him?
No.
you saw him run off.
Oh, we said
That's
And then I think you heard the of a goblin as it was being torn apart by an owl bear, but you might have assumed Baron just caught it. I mean, that's up to you guys. From there, the two owl bears that were not devouring the goblin are going to go chase after you, and they're going to dash to get to you.
I assume that would be easy enough, yes.
Although that's going to be their whole turn. Having dropped you, it's actually okay. So after the owl bears, it is their turn. Their dash gets them to you.
I gotta go that one.
I need you to make a death save.
You sure we shouldn't go see where he went?
I think.
I'm sure.
Ooh, that's a fail.
That's a failure. Okay, so that's one failure.
I miss you.
I know you're trying, Matt, but it's pretty clear that I.
Yeah, as they get over,
he's
so
like,
these two
How the fuck
owl
did they
bears,
just
much like
die?
the other one, they kind of start fighting with each other a bit, because they can't decide which one gets to eat you first. So they start fighting with each other. The goblins though are gonna try to get them away from you so that they can,
So they can kill me.
get to you themselves.
little
So they're gonna
fox, little
throw
butts.
meat
This
off
is
to
when
the
it's gonna be
side.
called
They're gonna
butts.
get advantage because they're using meat against starving owl bears, but they do have a negative to persuasion, so it's still might not go that well. No, that's not bad.
I would have given you.
So the
three
owl-
hits right there, dead.
Yeah. Matt is trying as hard as he possibly can.
We all would have killed you.
Yeah, so the goblins get the owl bears to kind of run off to the side a little bit and then start to run up towards you. Can you roll a death save for me?
Oh,
Roll a death
shit.
save.
God.
Is it one?
It is.
Oh, then.
Baron dies.
Get wrecked. Really?
My D.
God, was it?
I sense a great disturbance.
Bear standing, body sitting there, and he goes,
Best turn
Hang on.
Yeah, I mean, a natural 1
God will.
is 2.
There it is dead.
Is that's 2 death saves. Don't play music. We don't have the rights to it.
We should move a second. He deserves it.
It's
Alright. That's what I mean.
okay. 9 seconds to stop, and then stop like it's starting after.
Okay.
wait, wait.
Wait for the flute.
Yeah, wait. Wow.
Yeah, it's too much. Too much. All right.
Alright, that's enough.
Okay. All right. So that's going on somewhere else. What are the rest of you doing?
Who did that? Who did that? You son of a bitch. That was you, Kayla. That's hilarious. What the fuck?
Chase the goblin, dude. You've never chased the goblin.
How did goblins catch 4 fucking owl bears?
There's a lot of
They're
them.
goblins.
They caught them in cages.
They caught you.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they spend all night moving these cages over
Oh,
here
that's so funny.
to try and get to you.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Bear's dead, dude. It's been like 10 minutes. Should we go see what's...
Hey,
Yeah,
I certainly hope those
Would we
goblins
see?
did
Would
not
we at
put
least see
the
the
trap
owl
in it.
beasts running towards
They
them?
must-
At this
At this
point,
point.
I think you hear as like one of them runs and another comes and like bites the side of them, and they're fighting and they're like running off. But yeah, you see some.
Nick. So you're.
Hey, though, now, listen though, now Mick is not the only one to have a character die.
It's true. Welcome to the club. I fucking hate
Alright.
you.
Except we're all sad when we
What did you have on you, Tony?
His ring.
The ring. The fucking ring.
You had
No, my
and the bowl.
bowl! Matt!
I'm definitely getting the bowl.
No, I think the guy to get
Can
the
I-
ball.
Have the bowl.
Can I have can I have the card for the ring and the bowl?
Okay,
No, you
there's the
can't.
bowl. I had that as a fell.
Oh, I was using that as a bookmark.
Okay.
Well, at least we completed Baron's arc. No, we didn't.
Right?
Because you're dead.
Who's
Oh,
like you?
wait. Can I just do a thing? Can I say this right now?
Yeah.
Can we take a vote if we want to continue us or just see Baron in the afterlife right now? Because
I want to see it. I want to see Baron in the Afterlife
I
right
really
now.
want to see Baron in the afterlife.
Right now.
Well, let's complete you guys finding his dead body.
I don't
Alright.
think we know. I don't even.
There's no way for them to know.
I did not turn around.
Like this. Okay, hang on.
No, we definitely heard the owl.
Zephyr, we gotta go fucking see what he's doing.
It's been a.
No, we don't.
It's been too long.
Zephyr-
Should have came
There
back.
was only one goblin.
I cast suggestion
No,
on.
they can't.
I'm casting suggestion on Zephyr.
They trap their enemies. There could be a trap that he might have fallen into. We should go check.
Man is a fool.
Zephyr,
He is a foolish man. Yes.
Zephyr,
What?
we should go see Baron.
Inda, what are you doing?
I cast suggestion.
Yes,
on
what
him.
are you doing?
I cast suggestion on him.
That one gives you advantage on your persuasion check.
We all see him casting it.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, you're walking ahead. You probably do.
I don't give a fuck. You're right. But
Do I have a save, right? It's a whiz save or something?
All right, so it's 26. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 29.
Okay. What is
29 for what? What are you
is
rolling?
there
For
a
my
save?
advantage on persuasion.
Yeah, but is there a save for the
Is there a save or something, or do I
to not be
roll
affected?
against that?
Make sure.
I didn't want to go.
It's a wisdom save.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go with save.
That's
I know it's not your fault. You and your stupid butt.
I mean, it's
That's
fine.
an 8, so I'd fail very hard.
Come on.
Okay, in the fine.
It's
I
gonna
will
be
go
hard.
with you.
I will
I'm
go
only
see-
now beginning to unpack the emotional. That's all this is gonna take.
Inda says we should go. I will go. Fine.
All right, so
Yes.
where is this fucking Baron?
Make a
It's
survival
stored
check
away
as you
with
look
my
for him.
Lucius stuff. Now the return of
You can roll with advantage.
I will help. I will help.
if you have people.
All right.
You know,
No, I'm making your next
14
character with you.
Okay. It takes you a little while. You probably look
Baron!
for 15, 20, you're yelling for him, you don't see him. And then you come upon a clearing.
The problem is his characters are too extreme.
There are a couple cloths on the ground. These cages that are kind of like broken, but it's kind of obvious that's what they were. Broken off. As you look up, you actually see like little platforms on the trees, hastily put together. A couple pieces of wood just that were there, and some handholds also put up towards them. And then you kind of look around this weird thing, and you're like, "Yep, this looks like a trap. Yep, looks pretty trap-like." And you kind of look off to the side and look over, and you see something on the ground.
I would think I would live.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
Who went?
I think.
I did.
And wouldn't have all of us gone?
At least the four of us.
If you all went, I would have gone.
Yeah.
I mean, if you all went.
You find Baron. He is stripped of everything.
Which is just like.
He stripped up his pants.
And the magical cup that he had over it.
Laying over my.
And some skin.
Yeah, so his arm is kind of strangely, weirdly twisted
Ew.
behind his back because he fell onto his face and they grabbed him to pull off that magical ring. And he has arrows sticking out from his back, and there is a pool of blood around him, and he is absolutely unmoving.
Oh no. Okay, I run over and I survive. Like healing word, obviously. Sure. I cast healing word and I say survive. I was so happy you're actually just faking it. So,
There is no movement at all.
can you do anything?
This is bad.
no.
This is really bad.
Can I do a medicine check?
Yeah, he's dead.
Since apparently that could
He's
escape
medicinally
Knox life.
dead. He has a pre-existing condition called dead.
All you see is my spirit
Okay.
No, you don't.
of my body.
I am going to drop to my knees,
Yeah.
and I'm going to put both my hands on Baron's chest,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to say, Sazish, I need you now. Please spare him. And I will attempt to lay on hands Baron with like 15 health.
Yeah.
Just try
You
and
just-
save him.
All of a sudden, you glow, Zephahim, with this great healing light. As it rushes down your arms and into your back, hitting Baron's chest and quickly dissipating as if you had tried to cast it on a lump of stone.
Oh no.
I'm upset now. I grab him, I pick him up, I just punch him in the face, and you idiot! Oh.
He's dead in the stop. Stop it.
I hit him. I'm
In the-
continuing him over and over again. You went off on your own. You know you can't do that, and you did it anyway. We told you not to go.
Sazish cannot even help him now.
I go over and I take the other wolf skull from her shoulder and I put it on my other shoulder.
The fool got himself killed.
My journey's not complete.
There's no owl beasts around or anything else.
They have
around us?
taken off. I mean,
Okay.
if you're trying to track them, you probably could. They're pretty weak. They're
There's
hungry.
no way
and
that
they're
the
looking
goblins
for
did this
food.
to Ben by themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you see huge slashes across them, where flesh was ripped out by this huge owl beak. I mean, there's tracks around. They weren't trying to hide themselves. You know what I mean? They were fighting each other. So there's feathers and blood littering the ground that is obviously not Baron's as well.
Buddy,
To be.
Yes.
can you cut his hand off for me?
His hand?
His full hand.
Why?
Why are you doing this?
I don't know.
Let
But I
him
feel like
die in
Can
peace.
we not, like,
I want to bring something with.
mutilate the body?
It's already mutilated. Look at it.
Not anymore than it already is.
End it. Left or right?
Oh, which hand did you have the ring on?
Left.
Right.
Alright.
A strong hand.
It doesn't bleed as much as you expected it would.
We need to burn his body.
That is not
Can
the,
you do
that
it?
is not the custom of the dwarves.
Ben was not a dwarf.
He wanted the bodies to be burned. He wanted his family's bodies to be burned.
Which was going against the customs of his family because of the unnaturalness of what his family was and what might have taken over him.
Anything that took him over would be burned out.
From the distance, you hear, "You butts! We got one of you, you butts!"
Son of a bitch. I will kill every goblin.
Oh my god. You're gonna come
Maybe.
back as someone with a goblin.
He's
As a goblin!
We could send his body down the river.
We will take him.
Would that be disrespectful
Give
to
him back to
Shanhira?
nature.
Should we do that?
What do you think
He was a smelly butt! Are you as smelly as him, you butts?
I'm completely ignoring. I'm not paying any mind.
I really want to set fire to the goblin village.
Another arrow that falls way short.
Let's
of
get
what
out
you
of
guys
this.
are.
Let's get out of
Let's
here.
take the body and we
Okay.
decide what to do with it.
We
No bodies are
go.
bad time.
I'll put Baron. I'll put like fireman's carry. I'll like throw.
Yeah.
Take the arrows out.
Dude,
Like,
he weighs like 250.
I'm heavy as fuck.
you're 250.
I'm heavy as fuck.
He's a stout fella.
He's a little ball of
I can
mass.
take him.
He's a boulder. I have +3 to strength, so I mean I'm pretty strong
Yeah,
myself.
maybe move. Other people help you, a
Yeah,
couple of you
I'll
together.
Alright.
As you go,
Carry him.
you hear some jeers from the goblins, but after a while, when they see that you're just walking away from them, it turns to laughter. And at first it's one, and then it's a couple, and then the whole hillside here and there seems to be done. As they laugh at you as you carry your friend's body.
I use thaumaturgy and I pretend to whisper to Zephahim. They took his family's ring. It's so powerful. I don't know what we'll do if their leader wears it. Everyone will be in such a danger.
Yes, you are right. I don't even feel good about this.
Would you like me to roll deception for that or no?
I think one of them already put it on,
Okay.
to tell you the truth. But it'll probably go through several hands before it gets back anywhere close to where they live. I mean,
Ben was a fool, but
one of them stubs their toe.
my heart is
Someone's
heavy
dead.
today. He should not have died like this. By himself.
Yeah.
Alone.
His mother spent all that time. For what?
You sure? You
Have my way with words.
Yes, you sure do. I don't know. Ben's at peace now, I hope. I don't know. I don't know.
I wouldn't bet on it.
So a little later that day.
Hopefully he's with his mother and father now.
A little later that day, you do make it to the river. If that's where you're taking Baron's body.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You have plenty of lumber. The jeers and snide remarks from the goblins have fallen away as you've moved closer and closer to the river. And there you are, looking across the fairly wide expanse. The water moving fairly quickly. This farm, there's a bit of gravity here, right? You guys have a bit of elevation. It goes up even more further into the mountains, but not so quickly you can't imagine crossing it. But you stare across the way to the grassy lands beyond the Shanhira.
Well, we should begin to construct the raft.
We should get rid of Ben's body first. It is just going to distract us. Do we burn it? Do we bury it? Do we send it down the river?
I think we should send it down the river. If that is respectful.
I don't know what is respectful.
That's why I'm asking.
We burn
But they-
everybody, you know this.
He is a dwarf, he should go back to the earth.
Fine. We would bury.
Closer to the mountain would be better.
Tanaki, let's not go out of our way here.
Well,
We are burying him. That is.
I think he would prefer to be closer to the river regardless.
if we were to bury him,
Well, we can't be too close to the river. If the river floods, his body's just gonna come right back up and it's gonna flow right down the river.
no. If we were to dispose of his body, to honor his body in the way that the heroes of my people are led, we will build him something to float down the river. Something that can burn. Bree and I can light it from afar.
Okay.
Let's
I'm
look
good
at
with
it.
this.
Okay.
Is this acceptable for you?
He was your companion, you do as you wish.
Bree, what do you think?
I agree with Bonnie.
Durak, could you show me what wood to use that is dead and ready to burn?
Yes.
Thank you. And I'll go about, what I'm doing is I'm just building a mini,
Yeah.
just to float his body down.
Stop biting my arm, you little asshole. And I think you spent much of the rest of the day doing right, like collecting wood. And as you're doing it, you're separating the wood, right? Okay, this might be good for our raft.
Yeah.
This might be better.
I would specifically designate like better quality wood for the raft and,
Right.
and lower quality wood.
Yeah, that will burn well, but not so damp from the rain.
For bands,
And you do, and I think after a while, if you're able to use some rope, you can lash his body to this raft.
Well, I'm gonna set it going, and I'll say to Bree before I do.
Hang on, before you set it off, you're talking about like pushing it off, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go to his body, I'm going to put my hand on him, and I'm going to say, in Infernal, my friend. And I'm going to take the dagger out, and I'm going to carve into it, in Infernal, actually, friend.
Yeah.
That was very nice of you to do.
You deserve to know the truth at the end.
Very unexpected.
I will take out Baron's baby booties.
Oh,
Baron's baby booties. And I'll lay them on him and I'll say, go now to the halls of your fathers and do not be ashamed.
Maybe he will grow a beard in the afterlife.
Do not speak of the
I was being serious.
While they're all building a funeral pyre, I would take out a sheet of parchment and write, Baron dead, Grey Axe line ended. Seal it up. Find a bird, cast Speak with Animals, and ask a bird to take it to Hammertop
Yeah.
to go out and deliver a message.
Yeah, and I think you find a
Wow.
raven.
You were the last.
And it comes down to
I
you.
mean, your grandmother, she was like,
No, he was
she's not
he
a
was the
Grey
king,
Axe.
he was the future king.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
potentially.
not necessarily.
Unless the king has kids.
Right.
But
Yeah.
But the king was like 3.
He's
or
young.
7 or
Last
whatever.
career.
he's young.
King paid off the goblins.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. That's the truth. That's how you remember. That's
They want to take over dwarven land. They just actually
Wow.
did a pretty.
They don't even know.
So,
They don't even
know,
know.
but
So
they
one
didn't even
that
know he was a dwarf.
Push him off. I'll say to Bria, aim true. I will be beside you. And I'll light a torch and I'll stick it in the ground so we each can light an arrow.
Yeah,
goodbye.
and you do, and you set him off. Both of your arrows.
You fought them
Oh.
well.
You already
Hitting
got
true.
Lord.
You can give us that much at least.
Baron.
It was me.
Oh no.
The arrows
You need more
aren't
drop
in you
for
anymore,
this.
but the pain is still there. You feel each slash, each bite, each arrow prick, each pain from this past battle, and then slowly but surely, agonizingly, every pain, every scrape, every bumped elbow you've had in your life replays itself through you. Roll a Constitution save for me. Oh, you think you can put your character sheet away when you die? That's right, you haven't done it before, so
Yeah.
most of you have not.
only wanted it twice.
You're still winning.
12.
Still living.
Okay. You are kind of doubled over in pain, but able to stay on your feet. But your feet on what? There's no ground. There's no purchase. You think you're upright, and all of a sudden you're not sure. You're fairly positive you're twisting through space. And then you hear, "My child." Your eyes, you look up, and you see nothing at first. And then, out of the darkness, 2 arms. Those arms that come around you and help you fight, though only just recently. They're extended to you, out of the darkness, as if to embrace you or strangle you. It's hard to say, but they are impossibly large around you. What do you do?
Let it take me. Accept it.
It grabs on and starts pulling you in, possessively, as it drags you. It feels as if you're being dragged through something, a liquid, but not water, more viscous, as you're moving quicker and quicker, like being on a jet ski and pulled underwater, and you feel it and it hurts. And you feel your skin and your body stretched as you're being pulled. And you also hear in your head, booming between your ears, "You were to be my warrior. You still will be." As you're being dragged so hard against this current that is also rushing and pushing back against you, that these arms have you so tight you can't get away, you can't turn, and then you turn and you feel as you have nothing but skin. You are hairless, and then you don't even have that anymore. Your skin begins to peel off of you, off of your body, and you feel it, just this absolute inertia, the rubbing, like ice cold water that feels like daggers, and you're being torn apart. Pretty soon, you feel the holes through your body, because you can feel that same water rushing through as you're punctured by it, as being dragged through. Your physical form is entirely torn apart as you're pulled into the darkness. While Bairn's funeral raft burns, 2 huge arms burst out on either side of the water, wrap around, and pull it underwater. The raft itself breaks, cracks, and gets pulled under as the water shoots out around it. After that, the water of the Shanhira is still. The last little drop is falling, and then the waves become just the normal current of the river itself. Little wisps of smoke where that fire had been are there. And there are no more signs of Bairn Greyax in the valley. We'll pick it up next time, everybody.
Is
this
his hand still like?
Yeah, you got his hand.
Except for Bairn.
Okay.
We'll fight
Character
him later
death
on.
Yeah.
number 2 of the campaign.
Wow.
Damn,
Uh,
get Shrek, dude.
Mr. Greyax now belongs to Matt.
Mr. Greyax.
Hey, the joke's on you guys. You spent 14 weeks doing shit for a character that's not dead.
Oh no, I got what I needed from Baron.
That's right.
It's
true.
I mean,
Good
I
point.
got the one thing I needed.
now, not that there weren't more things,
One episode too late.
but we did a lot of Bairn stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I actually think it's kind of cool that we did all that Bairn stuff leading up to here. Like, we explored him as a character.
Well, at least your death has
You're
given
all
us a
laughing,
direction.
sure.
That was a,
Firstly,
yeah, that was a
we
badass
can
fucking
go
death.
to Goblin Village
Yeah.
and exact revenge.
Certainly can. And you got the name of the leader.
And now I have the biggest beard. You all laughed.
If you didn't catch
Jill?
it wasn't
It
Jill.
was a female name though.
It was a female
yeah.
name.
Wait, what?
Which
The
which
Goblin
was
leader.
Sarah.
No,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
an L.
We'll have to rewatch episode
Yeah.
17 of Icosacast
Yeah.
to find out.
Yeah,
He
it was
shouted.
Laura.
Bill shouted out
Yeah.
to someone.
That is a cool episode. It's a tough one. It is always tough when there are character deaths. But
I'm so proud of you.
But it sucks in the moment, but that's the shit you remember, dude.
No, I mean God wills.
That
it.
is
It was,
that is
Dude, you
Yeah.
failed.
It was a one. I know.
Oh,
Didn't
fuck,
have the
hang
knock,
on.
didn't it? Was the crit-
knock was a failure.
I-
No, I think
I
knock was
cancel
3
my
failures
order.
in a
I
row.
had to cancel
But
the order.
Still, a failure
I
and
ordered
then a
your- I ordered
natural
your
one.
Heroes
Man.
Forge mini,
Those
so
are
I
some.
cancel it.
Those are some bad. Those
Open this
goblins were
pack.
going to
Wait,
tape
we have
him.
24
They were
hours
going to
from when
tape.
you
They
make
weren't
it.
going
I
to
mean,
kill him, right?
last-
They were going to
four.
tape
Nice.
him back.
Another time.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for chatting. I love seeing stuff going in the chat. You know, I can't respond too much, but I definitely read it all, and I try to respond, you know, when we have the great interplay. I do want to point out one of the things people are saying, that I am a really freaking lucky DM to have this group of people that role plays and does their thing, and I feel that all the time.
We're very lucky players too.
Yes.
Yeah, you are. Not everyone is going to have a horde of goblins finding you and calling you butts until you break and go after them.
You broke Baron's mental.
Goblins are
He was
there to annoy.
The one who kept saying all campaign long, don't fight them, don't fight them, they're defenseless.
Thank you for watching.
He went in there with no voice.
Follow us on Twitter. We might have a special review where we can chat with anyone on the interwebs about this episode. We'll
Yes.
see what happens.
I can't wait
So
to
from
finish
now
the
on, we
paint
definitely
for
want
no
to
reason.
decide
Yes.
what day you're gonna die.
All right. Thank you. See you next Monday.